For select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Hey, Tolo's RJ Choppy here for one of the best dealerships on the east side of the Metroplex in Terrell. It is Platinum Ford. Owner Stephen Gilchrist and GM Adam Vinci, they're Tolos, taking care of you, the Tolo, each and every day when it comes to the purchase of your brand new Ford car, truck, SUV. I am proud to say that I am a Platinum customer, and I promise you're going to get the same incredible experience that I got. Adam's got everything from Super Duties to full-size Broncos and more. Start the process right now online. PlatinumFord.com, and then drive a little further to save a lot more at Platinum Ford.
Before Orchard, selling your home meant one thing: waiting. Waiting for it to sell. Waiting to move forward. But with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can buy your new home first and sell the old one later on your timeline. No showings, no double moves. And your local Orchard agent handles smart repairs to attract stronger offers, so your home sells fast. Don't get stuck waiting. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Get a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
You're listening to 100,000 watts of Rangers baseball on KRLD FM, KRLD HD1 Dallas Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
He's thrown 2 shutout innings. Rangers and the Royals, game number 13 of the year for the Rangers coming up. We'll have the lineups in the first pitch after this on the Rangers Radio Network. Well, here are the lineups tonight, as apparently we're having some technical difficulties back in the studio. Sam Haggerty will be the leadoff batter for Texas, and he will play left field. Wyatt Langford in center field is batting second. Corey Seager hitting third is at shortstop. Jake Berger batting cleanup, plays first base. Kyle Higashioka, the catcher, is batting fifth. Josh Smith hitting sixth is at second base. Jonah Bride will play third. He's batting seventh. Aaron Zavala in right field hits eighth. And Jose Herrera will do the catching, and he is batting ninth. Actually, he'll be the designated hitter, and Kyle Higashioka will be the catcher this evening. Haggerty, Langford, and Seager, Berger, Higashioka, and Smith, Bride, Zavala, and Herrera against the 28-year-old lefty from Tallahassee, Florida, Cole Reagans. For the Rangers, Mackenzie Gore on the mound, the number 3 overall pick by San Diego back in 2017. He goes 6'2", 195. He's out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Here's the lineup that he will face for the Royals manager, Matt Quatrero. It'll be Jonathan India leading off at second base. Carter Jensen batting second and catching. Lane Thomas, the left fielder, hits third. Kyle Isbell, the cleanup batter, is in center. Brandon Drury will DH and bat fifth. Josh Rojas, hitting sixth, is at first base. Drew Waters plays right and bats seventh. Kevin Newman is the third baseman, hitting eighth. And batting ninth at shortstop, Daniel Vasquez. India, Jensen, and Thomas, Isbell, Drury, and Rojas, Waters, Newman, and Vasquez. That's the starting 9 for the Royals against Mackenzie Gore. This is the first night game of the spring for the Rangers, and Jen Powell will be behind the plate calling balls and strikes. The first female umpire in Major League Baseball. It's the first time she has worked home plate in a Ranger game, either regular season or preseason. Nick Lentz, the crew chief, is at first. Charlie Welling at second base, and Stephen Hodgins at third base as we get ready to go. Corey Ragsdale coaching at third, Travis Jankowski at first. This is a Ranger road game as the Rangers and the Royals share this facility. Rangers are wearing their royal blue tops with Texas in white across the front, gray pants with the red, white, and blue piping down the side. And the Royals are wearing their powder blue uniforms tonight. This is a TV game back to Kansas City. They have Royals in white script across the front of that powder blue jersey. Cole Reagan's wearing a long royal blue T-shirt all the way down to the end of his wrist. He wears a powder blue cap with a royal blue brim. They wear white pants with a royal blue stripe down the side. For Kansas City defensively, it's Thomas in left, Isbell in center, and Waters in right. Newman at third, Vasquez at short, India at second, Rojas at first, Jensen behind the plate. Cole Reagan's ready to go. Peers over the tan mitt, swings into the wind, over the top and to the plate, and there's a fastball strike call to Sam Haggerty over the inside corner. Haggerty having a hot spring. He's 7 for 13 with a homer and 7 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the right side. Reagans comes home, and there's a swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count is 0-2. Well, the players were eager to get this thing started. Jim Powell had to force Reagans to hold up before throwing that first pitch. He's in on the count, 0-2 to Haggerty, and that pitch a little high. It is a ball and 2 strikes. Haggerty, Langford, Seager, the top 3 in the Ranger order against this left-hander. Reagan's back to work, and the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and a broken bat flare hit to left center field. That'll fall for a base hit over the head of the shortstop Vasquez. And Haggerty is on. He's now 8 for 14 for the spring. Sacrifice some lumber on that one, but gets aboard for Wyatt Langford.
Sam Haggerty, like a lot of guys here this spring, just doing what's necessary. Haggerty, of course, figuring to be one of the utility players for the Rangers this season, and not doing anything to deter from that goal.
Certainly not, and primarily he'll be playing against lefties, maybe platooning with Evan Carter in left. Now Langford playing center field. The right-handed batter swings and sends it back to the screen on a foul ball, 0-1. He's 3 for 8 on the spring, a homer, and 4 runs batted in. The Rangers have won 3 Cactus League games in a row. They also defeated Brazil yesterday in a game that does not count in the standings. Josh Smith hit a couple of home runs in that one. Jake Berger and Cam Cauley also connected, but those numbers do not show in the stat sheet. And the pitch to Langford is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. We are just underway at Surprise Stadium. Not a real big crowd here tonight on a very windy evening. Those flags are just starched. There goes Haggerty. The pitch is a curveball low. The throw to second by Jensen is way late and wide to the first base side. And Haggerty has himself a stolen base, gets himself into scoring position for Langford with a count of 2 balls and a strike. There is some sun hitting the field, but most of the field is in shadows. There's an alley of sunshine that runs from the 379 sign in right center to just behind the shortstop Vasquez. 400 to dead center here and 350 down the lines in Surprise. Here's a swing by Langford and a base hit through the hole on the right side. Here comes Haggerty to the plate, and it's 1-0 Texas as Langford goes the other way, finds the big hole on the right side, and makes it 1-0 Rangers, 2 batters into the game.
Nice job by Wyatt taking a hold of a cutter, being ahead in the count, and just shooting it through the big hole on the right side. And a real nice piece of running there by Haggerty, cutting that inside corner of third. A real nice turnaround third, scoring easily on the play.
Drew Waters, the right fielder, didn't even look to the plate, just lobbed it into second. So Langford has his 5th RBI of the spring. He's now 4 for 9. And here comes Corey Seager. He's 2 for 9 for the spring. Left-handed batter against the lefty Reagans. He swings and fouls it back. It is 0-1. The center fielder, Isbell, is way over toward left. There's lots of hitting room between Isbell and Waters in center and right center. Good lead for Langford. He stole 22 bases last year. Reagan set at the belly and now steps off the back of the rubber. Reagan's had an injury-plagued last year. A 13-start season, went 3-3 with a 4.67 ERA. He bounces in a breaking ball. It's blocked by Jensen. Langford takes off for second, and the throw to second is dropped. And Langford will move to second base on what will be scored a wild pitch, as that slider was very short of the plate. So Langford gets himself into scoring position. Still nobody out in the top of the first. And the Rangers with a 1-0 lead. A 1-1 count now on Corey Seager with Jake Berger waiting next. Reagan set and deals. And Seager fouls it back. The count, a ball and 2 strikes. We were talking about a couple of those high-scoring games earlier today. Cincinnati beat the Dodgers 14-13 in Goodyear in a game marked by 10 home runs. And the A's beat the Angels 16-11 in Tempe. 1-2 to Seager, and a bounder hit foul past Travis Jankowski, coaching at first, and down the right field line. There's plenty of foul room here, far more than in any of the big league stadiums right now that the Oakland Coliseum doesn't figure in. 1-2 on Seager. Reagans comes home, and that chases Seager out of there and actually brushed him. So Corey takes off down to first base, and the Rangers have 2 men on, and still nobody out here in the first inning. And that'll bring up Jake Berger.
Well, this craziness with the wind is going to subside at some point. The forecast after the sun goes down is for the wind to diminish. But right now, all of the flags beyond the berms in right center and center are starched.
2 on, nobody out for Berger. There's a check swing. He went around, and he did not go around, says first base umpire. So it's ball 1 to Berger. Berger 4 for 15 with a home run. And again, he had a home run yesterday against Brazil that doesn't count. And he swings, and he blasts one to deep right. That'll get helped by the wind. That's way back, and that ball is history. Way up on the berm. A wind-aided 3-run Jimmy Jack for Jake Berger. Make it 4-0 Texas, 4 batters into the ball game.
Definitely wind-aided. It carried it near the top of the berm. But I don't know. I think Cole Reagan supplied the power there, and Berger just barreled it up. I think even without the wind, that might make it over the right field wall. But with the wind, it was a no-doubter.
Off a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, it left the bat at 104 miles an hour. Berger with his second Cactus League home run, his RBI total up to 4. And here's Higashioka, right-handed hitter against Reagans, and the pitch is in there for a strike. First pitch curveball to Kyle. He is 1 for 7 on the spring. The home run for Berger, the 11th home run the Rangers have hit. They have surrendered 13. The pitch is swung on and lined to third, backhanded by Kevin Newman, cap high. And there is one away as Higashioka is retired by Newman. And it'll bring up Josh Smith, who had 2 home runs against the Brazilians yesterday. Smitty 4 for 16, a homer, 3 RBIs. He has played only second base this spring. Talking to him a bit today, he said it's all about the angles at second base. Very different from short and third, where he's primarily played in the big leagues. The pitch is a strike over the inside corner, and Josh Smith is challenging the call by Jen Powell. Our first ABS challenge of the day. It goes up on the screen, and the pitch was, in fact, a strike. So she got that one right. And Smitty has cost the Rangers a challenge. They're down to one challenge remaining as that ball just nicked the inside corner. The count is 0-1, and the pitch is on the way, and that's way outside, a ball and a strike. Haggerty, a broken bat single, a stolen base, a Langford, an RBI single, Seager, a walk, Berger, a 3-run homer. And now Higashioka has lined out for the first out of the ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here comes Reagans. And a fastball strike on the outside corner at 97. The count to Josh Smith at 1-2. Smitty's been playing against lefties and righties this spring. The Rangers, of course, hoping that he'll be able to play second on an everyday basis, doesn't have to get platooned. He swings and rolls one behind the bag at second. Vasquez, the shortstop, glides to his left and makes the pickup. The throw in time. And there are 2 outs. That'll bring up Jonah Bride. Bride, the former athletics player and Miami Marlin under Skip Schumacher, where he had a really good year in 2024. Batted .276 with 11 home runs that year and just over 200 at-bats. 4 for 16 with 4 RBIs this spring. Playing at age 30, he takes inside for ball 1. Reagan's back to work, turns on the rubber, lets it fly, and there's a strike on the outside corner. Just barely caught the corner with that one. And the count, a ball and a strike, 2 outs, nobody on. 4-0 Rangers. Aaron Zavala, the number 8 batter on deck. Here's the 1-1 offering. That's a little low, and the count is 2-1. The game brought to you by Progressive. Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a quote today at progressivecommercial.com. Here comes the 2-1. That's inside. It is 3-1 on Jonah Bride. Bride, a lifetime .220 hitter with a dozen big league home runs. The 3-1 pitch is on the way. Swung on and fouled back, and the count has gone full. And in the meantime, Cole Reagan's thrown a lot of pitches here in the first inning. Again, this is only his 3rd inning of the spring after putting up a couple of zeros in his first outing. Former first-round pick of the Rangers in 2016 out of high school in Florida. The pitch swung on, line down the right field line, and foul. Not by much. And a scooting line drive that skids to the 350 sign deep in the corner. It is retrieved there by Drew Waters. Flipped over the fence. And back to home plate goes Jonah Bride.
Just a little late on that fastball. That pitch coming in at 96. Didn't quite have it straight enough.
Reagan's your basic 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, change, slider, and curve. There's a swing, and there's a little bloop over the head of the first baseman, Rojas, into right, a base hit. So the Rangers have their 4th hit of their 5th base runner of the ball game as Bride flares one the opposite way. And that'll bring up Aaron Zavala, hitting .500 for the spring. He's 9 for 18. Hit 2 home runs in the same game. And has 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. And we're going to get a pitching change here in the first inning so that Reagans doesn't have to throw too many pitches here. You would imagine he'll probably come back and pitch in the 2nd inning, which is permitted under spring training rules. But we're going to get a pitching change right now with the Rangers leading by the score of 4-0. 2 outs in the first and a runner at first. And with a pitching change, let's pause for these messages on the Rangers Radio Network.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Everyone has a horizon, the line you can't see past. Before it, the familiar. Beyond it, the unknown. Enter the Lexus GX. It's designed to be capable. It's designed to be luxurious. But most of all, it's designed to get you past your horizon. And the nice thing about horizons is that once they're crossed, there's always another, patiently waiting its turn. Live up to it. The Lexus GX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
With X the Cash scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery, you could multiply the cash by 30, 50, 100, or even 200 times. And when you multiply the cash, you multiply the celebration. With top prizes from $60,000 up to $1 million, it's the easiest way to multiply your luck or enter for a chance to win VIP experiences. Play X the Cash scratch tickets today. Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
The new pitcher is a left-hander named Andrew Perez, and he will face Aaron Zavala, the left-handed batter. Zavala at Double-A Frisco last year at .246 with 14 home runs. Jonah Bride, the runner at first, 2 outs. Rangers up 4-0 in the first. And there's a swing, and there's a bloop into left field, a base hit. Everything falling for the Rangers here in the first. That is their third bloop hit of the inning. And now there are runners at first and second and 2 outs. And the number 9 batter, catcher Jose Herrera, is coming to the plate. Herrera serving as the designated hitter tonight, wearing the number 12 this spring. Rougned Odor's old number, Gino Petrali. Herrera 2 for 16. The former Arizona Diamondback. Started 56 games at catcher for the D-backs last year. And the pitch to him is a breaking ball low for a ball. Now, in case you didn't hear, the Rangers made a move today. They signed the veteran outfielder DH Andrew McCutchen to a minor league deal, and McCutchen will compete for a spot on the opening day roster. He is not yet here. 1-0, and here's the pitch. That's in there, full strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. I figure he'll be competing against the likes of Mark Canha and Ezekiel Duran to be a right-handed batter on the bench. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, way outside and high. And the count is 2-1 as that one got away from Perez. So Reagan's at the moment 2/3 of an inning. Four runs allowed. One of those runners his property. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss off a Perez curve. That one came in at 81. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 men on here in a long top of the first inning. Sam Haggerty, who started it all with a broken bat single, waits on deck. And the 2-2 pitch. Foul back. And a new baseball tossed out to Perez. The Royals are expected to use some of their regular relievers in the game today. But the position players, mostly substitutes or minor leaguers, with so many of them off at the World Baseball Classic. 13 Royals are out of camp for that. The pitch is fouled off to the right, including the likes of Bobby Witt Jr. and Salvador Perez and Vinny Pasquantino and Jack Caglione. Basically looking at the top of their batting order. And now time called at the plate by Jose Herrera. Herrera was with the Diamondbacks in the 23 World Series, did not appear in a ball game in the World Series. Gabe Moreno was catching all those games. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball inside. Didn't miss by much. And the count has gone full. So the runners will take off here with 2 outs. It'll be Bride on the move from second base, Zavala from first base. Zavala, by the way, is now 10 for 19 this spring after that looping base hit.
Is that good?
Here comes the payoff pitch, and Herrera hits a ground ball to second base. To his left, India up with it, sweeps the sidearm throw to first. And mercifully, the first inning comes to a close. The Rangers come up with 4 runs in the inning. On a total of 5 hits, they leave 2. And after a half inning, it's the Rangers 4, the Royals coming up against Mackenzie Gore on the Rangers Radio Network.
Hi, this is the stomach speaking. It feels like breakfast was months ago. So please address immediately with Quick Trip's new $5 Delicious Combo. I hear you get 2 roller grill items, a Big Q fountain drink, and a bag of chips for just $5. If current crisis is not addressed, repercussions may result in embarrassment, such as leaving the gas tank open, saying yes to helping your friend move, and agreeing to run for the HOA. Pull into the closest QT and fill up soon, only for a limited time.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Mackenzie Evan Gore getting ready to face India Jensen and Thomas with a 4-run lead, pardon me. He didn't have many of those with Washington last year. Had a 5-15 record and was their pitcher of the year with an ERA of 4.17, which was right about the major league average. India had a disappointing year for Kansas City last year, batted just .233. He's 1 for 8 this spring, and the pitch is a strike. And Jonathan India, a perfect example of how you can get misled by spring performances. He was sensational in the spring last year. He hit .388. He did everything right, and then had an awful regular season. The pitch is a breaking ball low, as Gore misses with a slow curveball. Gore throws a fastball curve as his 2 primary pitches, as a slider, a change, and a cutter. Fastball averages between 95 and 96. Works in short sleeves, big high leg kick, brings the hands up about cap high, and the pitch misses inside, a slider. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Jensen on deck, and then Thomas. A righty, a lefty, and a righty. Gore to the plate. There's a swing, and there's a high fly ball, foul down the right field line, and out of play. Gore, one of those rare pitchers who wears a single-digit number, actually wearing the number 1 on his back. The time called at the plate now by Jonathan India. He explained in his introductory press conference that it's just a number he's worn since he was a little kid, when wasn't necessarily always a pitcher. Here's the 2-2, and he missed badly outside 3-2. Now, control issues have really been what has kept Mackenzie Gore from blossoming yet into a top-flight major league starting pitcher. His walk rate about 3.5 per 9 innings, a little bit high. 3-2 pitch. There's a drive well hit left center field. A long run back for Langford on the warning track. He can't get there. And that ball bounces up into the stands. That'll be an automatic double for Jonathan India. As the Royals down 4-0, strike back with a leadoff double. And that will bring up their young catcher, Carter Jensen.
Don't know if that would have made it over the wall without the wind, perhaps. But right now, again, the wind gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour is cutting across the field from left to right. So I think that helped to kind of knock it down.
Yeah, I think you're right. India did not hit a home run in the first 11 games of spring training, but came awfully close right there. Here's Carter Jensen. He swings and grounds one toward the middle. Diving Smith can't get it. It's through for a base hit. India scores. Jensen, the rookie catcher, with an RBI single. He gets the Royals on the board. It's Texas 4 and Kansas City 1.
He was ready for the fastball, the first pitch fastball that time from Gore. Jensen got enough of it, hitting it just hard enough to get it by Smith and out into right center field.
Jensen with his 5th RBI of the spring. He is 6 for 13. He, of course, will share the catching with Salvador Perez. And Jensen's a local lad who went to high school in Kansas City. Now Lane Thomas, he swings and grounds one through the whole left side, base hit. The baseball has eyes tonight from both teams. As Thomas, who had a poor year last year with Cleveland, singles through the hole. He's now 5 for 13 for the spring. The first 4 Rangers all reached, and the first 3 Royals have all gotten aboard with hits. Here's Kyle Isbell to go lefty against lefty. Isbell 2 for 11 on the spring. Jensen, the runner at second base. Thomas at first base. Gore looks back at second and deals. And there's a breaking ball strike over the outside corner. It is 0-1. The Royals won 82 games last year. They were 82-80. A bit of a disappointment after a playoff year the year before. In fact, they won the first round of the playoffs the year before. A 1 pitch. That's hacked foul off to the left. Off the screen in front of the Kansas City dugout. They occupy the third base side in this ballpark they've shared with the Rangers since the early 2000s. Rangers on the first base side. Kansas City Royals is painted in gold on a blue background atop their dugout. Texas Rangers in white on a blue background on the Ranger dugout. There's a fastball inside that's fouled back by Isbell as Gore got into his kitchen there with a 97-mile-an-hour heater well off the plate, and Isbell was able to spoil it. So an 0-2 count on Kyle Isbell with nobody out in the bottom of the first, and the Rangers up 4-1. Isbell back to the bell. A check a second, checks again, and delivers. And he missed outside there with a slider at 86. So it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Rangers and Royals will meet in Texas in late May and then in Kansas City in mid-June. And that'll be it for their season series. They'll play all the games within a span of about 2 weeks. And now time is called at the plate by Isbell. Gore steps off. Now climbs back up on the hill. Jensen away from second base and Thomas from first. Here comes the pitch. He missed badly outside. And the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Mackenzie Gore appears to be having a bit of a rough time commanding the baseball in the early going tonight. And you do wonder whether the wind has affected the pitchers at all, as strong as it is tonight. The count is 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Whacked foul down the left side and out of play. On deck is Brandon Drury. Josh Rojas to follow. Both of those guys, veteran players trying to catch on with the Royals. Drury spent the entire season in the minors last year. And Rojas was in the big leagues, but had a poor season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, and a hit him. Fastball got away at 97 and hit Kyle Isbell, so the bases are loaded. And Brandon Drury is coming up next, and I'm kind of getting a deja vu feeling, Matt, remembering that opening day game against the Royals a few years ago, where the Rangers scored a whole bunch of runs in the top of the first.
5.
And then in the bottom of the first.
5. We get off to a 5-5 start after 1 inning.
Here we go again.
And remember, we were concerned about the Ranger offense. I think that spring training and whether or not they'd be able to click, and they did. And that game ended up being a wild affair. I think both teams finished scoring in double figures.
Yeah, Kyle Gibson for us.
Was he
I think he was on the mound for us.
I'll have to look that up. You know, we have tools to be able to do those kind of things.
Yeah. But this is bearing some extreme similarities to that game.
Yes, it is.
Here's Drury, the designated hitter, 1 for 9 on the spring. He has played for the Angels, the Diamondbacks, the Blue Jays, and the Mets. most recently in the big leagues for the Angels. Was with the Yankees. Here's a swing, and there's a soft flare to right. That's a base hit. That scores one. Lane Thomas will stop at third. It's now a 4-2 Ranger lead. The bases are still loaded, and Josh Rojas is coming up. Doesn't seem to matter how hard you hit the ball tonight, it's going to fall. So now, after Jensen scored, it is Thomas at third, Isbell at second, and Drury on at first for Rojas, a left-handed batter.
That's the second Royals hit here in the first inning, coming on a first-pitch fastball from Gore. Nice job by Zavala out in right field. A good one-hop throw to home to keep Thomas on the bases.
Well, here's Rojas, who's had a good start to the spring, 5 for 13 with a couple of homers, 6 RBIs. Left-handed batter takes outside. He has played with Houston, Arizona, Seattle, and the White Sox. Career .241 hitter. Thomas away from third, Isbell from second, Drury from first. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike at the top of the zone, just barely on a slider. Gets the ball on a strike. There's action in the Ranger bullpen as Mackenzie Gore's pitch count is getting up there. I think that's Aiden Anderson out there. Here's the 1-1. That bounces in at the plate. It scoots away from the catcher, Higashioka. Here comes the runner. Throw to the plate, and the tag is missed. And it's now a 4-3 Ranger lead. Gore was in position, seemed to take the throw from Higashioka in time to tag out Lane Thomas, but he missed the tag.
Yeah, that sweeping tag attempt came up a little short. I don't think he got the glove down far enough, and he certainly didn't have the glove over on the third base side of home plate.
So Thomas scores. Isbell moves to third. Drury to second. It's a 4-3 Ranger lead. There's still nobody out. Rangers will play the infield back and concede the tying run on a grounder. Drew Waters is on deck. Here's the 2-1 to Rojas, lefty to lefty. That almost hit him. And the count is 3 balls and a strike.
This game seems to be falling right in line with all of the others played in the Cactus League today.
Absolutely. Double figures all over the place. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Line drive, left field, down the line, base hit. 1 run home, 2 runs home. Rojas strolls into second with a double. And the Royals have taken the lead. It's 5-4 in the first with nobody out.
Hitters count 3-1. Rojas gets a fastball, doesn't try to do too much. Just meets it and drives it just inside the left field line. So we've got 9 runs so far here in the first inning. Eric, that game of which you spoke earlier was the opening game of the 2021 season, played on April the 1st of that year. A game that the Rangers jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but lost 14-10.
It is Aiden Anderson, who is the twin brother of the former Ranger Grant Anderson out of McNeese State, trotting in from the bullpen. We're going to have a pitching change. It's 5-4 Kansas City with nobody out in the first and a runner at second. Let's pause for this on the Rangers Radio Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Turn up your radio, Ranger fans. It's time for the Golden Chick Dot Race. Make your picks. And remember, no wagering, please. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Red moves ahead, but Blue's a strong second. Now Green takes the lead at the home plate turn. And speaking of plates, I always add extra rolls to mine. Golden Chick rolls are baked fresh daily and so good, they're famous. Green starts to lag. Blue is nowhere to be seen, but Red digs deep for the win.
At
Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Josh Rojas now at 8 RBIs for the spring. He's among the Cactus League leaders. Drew Waters, the batter, he swings and belts one to deep right field. That one on its way, and that one is history. Well up on the berm. With a little bit of help from the wind, a 2-run homer. It is 7-4 Royals as Aiden Anderson's first pitch is sent halfway to Scottsdale, and there's nobody out. 7 batters into the bottom of the first inning.
That was the first pitch cutter from Anderson that traveled an estimated 440 feet down the right field line. 440 down the line. He completely shot it over the berm toward the outer fencing.
Well, Berger had a 3-run homer for the Rangers. Waters a 2-run homer for Kansas City. The scoreboard can't even keep up. It's 7-4. They had it 6-4. Kevin Newman, the batter, takes a strike. He's a right-handed hitter and takes outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Newman 3 for 16 for the spring. Here's the pitch. There's a high drive to right field. Coming on to make the catch is Aaron Zavala, and he almost came in too far. He had to jump up to catch it as the wind gave that ball a ride. But there is the first out of the bottom of the first inning. And there's some 30 pitches in.
I've lost track of the pitches. I'm doing better with the minutes. We are 34 minutes into game action here today. Still in the first.
I'm glad we started at 6 local time, and that's 7. Here's Daniel Vasquez, right-handed batter. And he takes outside, ball 1. Vasquez, the shortstop, 1 for 9 on the spring. And the pitch, swing and a miss. The count is a ball and a strike on Vasquez. Vasquez last year played for Quad Cities most of the year. Batted .260 there. Stole 26 bases. Considered one of the top defensive players in their organization. Pitch is called a ball, but Kyle Higashioka is challenging the call. We're having our second ABS challenge. The Rangers were unsuccessful on their first one by Josh Smith at the plate. And this time the Rangers are successful, as Higashioka was correct. The pitch should have been called a strike, and it wasn't. So the Rangers retain that final challenge, and the count now is 1-2 instead of 2-1. Anderson delivers, and that is outside. And the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Aiden Anderson, it's his 5th appearance. He has not allowed a run in 3 2/3 innings coming in, but now he's been touched for a 2-run homer. He's charged with 1 of the runs, and the pitch is outside. So Mackenzie Gore has been charged with 6, and Anderson with 1. And Gore in no innings work. 3-2, payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out on a cutter. There's the second out of the inning. The Royals have batted around. And he swings to the top for Jonathan India, who led off the first inning with a double down the left field line. 7-6-0 for Kansas City. 4-5-0 for the Rangers in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch is low for ball 1. No, it is spring training for us too.
Yeah.
I'm getting stretched out today. This is far more pitches than I'm usually going to throw in the third game of the spring for me. So I don't know. Might have to bail out pretty soon.
You're going to tap out?
I'm going to go run some laps in the outfield and head home. Here's the 1-1. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike. I'm just looking across the glass at Denny Matthews. He's 10 years older than me. He hadn't been to spring training in the last few years, and he might be reconsidering his decision. 2-1, and that pitch is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. The count now on Jonathan India with Carter Jensen on deck.
Living in some kind of baseball twilight zone over there. Need a little Rod Serling drop-in.
He says, this is what I've been missing. The 3-1 delivery, that's fouled away off to the right. And the count has gone full. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock local time, the Rangers and Seattle Mariners will meet on this same field. Jack Leiter will be on the mound for Texas. We will not be broadcasting that one. We'll be back on the air on Saturday when the Rangers take on the Giants at Scottsdale Stadium at 2 o'clock. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Ball 4. Missed with a breaking ball. A couple of the Rangers were headed off the field, but I think they saw it with their heart rather than with their eyes. They might not be able to see anymore, standing out there in that wind as long as they have. Here's Carter Jensen, the rookie catcher who singled up the middle to drive in the first Kansas City run. They're leading 7-4. It's the first inning. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Jensen, 3rd-round pick by the Royals back in 2021 out of high school in Kansas City. 0-1. And here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. This inning has taken so long, my computer has gone to sleep. Here's the 0-2 offering. Outside and high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Some of the windows you had open decided to close on their own.
Has the rest of the world gone to daylight saving time yet?
Already.
No, we don't do it in Arizona, so we're not sure. The pitch is a breaking ball inside and low, 2-2. That's this weekend, isn't it?
This coming Sunday. We don't do anything. Everybody else changes around us.
That's right. We stand pat here in Arizona. Arizona, the stand pat state. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jensen is out. So are the Royals, but 11 of them come to the plate. 7 of them score on 6 hits. And at the end of 1, it's the Royals 7 and the Rangers 4 on the Rangers Radio Network.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Hey Rangers fans, the 2026 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the Rangers action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Rangers games or to any other live event in the greater Dallas area, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your Texas Rangers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
Nadel with Matt Hicks. Hey, Jared Sandler's here tonight. Maybe we can get Jared to come on and work like the 4th inning till the end of the game. Something like that. It's 7-4 Kansas City as we go to the 2nd inning. Sam Haggerty, you led off the 1st inning, will lead off the 2nd, and here to tell you about it. My partner.
All right, I'm going to tap in right now. Good to see Jay Boogie in the house today. Of course, congratulations once again to him and his wife, Emily, on the birth of their first child, a daughter. And I know he's only going to be out here for a little bit, but then he's coming back again. And you'll hear him on the air later this spring. All right, here's Sam Haggerty leading off the second as Cole Reagans is back out there. And Reagan's first offering comes in high for ball one. One statistic we can give you, that first inning lasted 39 minutes. 39 minutes. This pitch is high and away. And the count now at 2 balls and no strikes. Should we maintain this pace, dare I say, this pitch off the mark, and Reagans has fallen behind in the count at 3-0. We're on a pace to play this game in 351 minutes. As Reagans misses badly inside for ball 4, and so Haggerty, who started the game with a single, draws a 4-pitch walk here. Reagans threw 28 pitches in the first. Not too sure exactly how many more pitches he has left in the tank, but we're going to find out probably here in the second. As the first offering to Wyatt Langford is tight for ball 1, so Reagans is yet to find the strike zone here in the second inning. So that would be what? That would be 5 hours and 51 minutes. That's the pace that we're on right now.
We finished just before midnight.
Okay. This one's in there for a strike, so make it a ball and a strike here to Wyatt, who singled to drive in the game's first run. 11 runs and 11 hits are on the board already as Wyatt loops one high into the air but out of play on the first base side, and that'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, who knows where we're going to end up. The wind has lessened a little bit, and it's not supposed to be strong throughout the course of the game here tonight. The 1-2 pitch, this one gets fouled back, so the count holds. I think maybe the craziest score in Cactus League play today, the Padres win over the Mariners over in Peoria. Padres won that one 27-6. They scored 12 in the second, had 28 hits in the game. Mariners lost with 6 runs and 9 hits. Toss over to first, and Haggerty back to the bag. There were all kinds of home runs in that one. The 1-2 taken by Langford high to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Should the pitchers get a mulligan on their stats like this?
Well, all of the ones in that game certainly should. How about Luis Castillo giving up 6 runs in an inning and a third? Here's a drive, deep center field. That one's got a shot, and the wind will bend it up onto the berm. Home run for Wyatt Langford. He had 22 of those last year. This is a 2-run shot to get the Rangers back to within a run at 7-6. Well, you could see the wind just taking that ball. It probably would have hit above the 400-foot sign and just onto the batter's eye, but the wind blew it over to the berm in right center about midway up the berm.
The ball just would not come down.
So Langford is driven in 3 runs. Here's Corey Seager, and he takes a pitch that's low for ball 1. So for the Rangers, 6 runs, 5 coming on a couple of home runs. Jake Berger, who hit a 3-run shot in the first. Here's a pop-up. This could be trouble between third and the mound, and charging it is Newman, the third baseman. He'll get there and make a short 2-handed grab in fair territory, a little closer to third than the mound to get Seager for the first out. That was played like a guy who has been in the infield for a long time in the big leagues, like Newman. Newman, a shortstop by trade, played that well. So 1 out, and here's the aforementioned Mr. Berger, who swings and shoots one high into the air. This one sailing toward the Rangers office building over along the right field line, and I think it made it to the building on the fly. So 0-1 the count. Reagans spins this one over for a strike. And it counted 0-2. Berger with that 3-run home run in the first, now 5 for 16 this spring. He's got a couple of home runs. He'll step out, climb back in here, even stance as he looks out to Reagans, who lifts the leg and comes home, misses away, and that'll make it a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Luis Castillo in that one gave up 6 runs, 5 earned on 6 hits in an inning and a third. And the 1-2, the left-hander misses down and in, and that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reagans, the slow turn and the 2-2 pitch. It's over the inside part of the plate for a called third strike. Caught him looking at a 97-mile-an-hour heater. So that's 2 down in the inning. And Kyle Higashioka coming up. In other Cactus League scores today, the Reds defeated the Dodgers 14-13. A's over the Angels 16-11. First offering to Higashioka is a strike. Brewers beat the Rockies. That final score was 10-8. This one down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And in a low-scoring affair over at Sloan Park, the Cubs beat the Diamondbacks 8-1.
Diamondbacks were not using bats, apparently.
This one, shot foul up onto the roof, first base side. 1-2, the count to Higashioka.
I was just counting up the home runs in that San Diego-Seattle game. I think 12 is the correct number. 8 for San Diego and 4 for Seattle.
4 home runs accounting for 6 runs. A swing here and a foul. Higgy got just a piece of that, rolls it over near Josh Smith in the on-deck circle. So we'll keep it at a ball and 2 strikes. So it's a 7-6 game. We're only in the second inning. Rangers got 4 in the first. Royals got 7. Rangers have scored twice here in the second. Here comes Reagans with a 1-2. That pitch high and outside. So make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. No difficulty with velocity as far as Reagans is concerned. Regularly hitting 97 with the fastball. 2-2, late swing and a foul off the netting above the Ranger dugout. Ranger dugout, first base side here in Surprise. You know, Reagans last year made only 13 starts, though he was their opening day starter for a second consecutive season, but he had a couple of stints on the injured list. Swing and a miss here. That pitch with a good piece of dive to it. And Higashioka strikes out for the final out in the inning. But the Rangers did a couple of runs on the shot to center by Wyatt Langford. And after an inning and a half, Kansas City leads 7-6. You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
As the original American single malt from Texas, Balcones Distilling has been leading the recently ratified American single malt movement from the beginning, right from the heart of Texas. Whether using high-quality Texas grains, collaborating with the uncompromising climate, or adapting to let local flavors flourish, Balcones intentionally crafts every bottle of award-winning whiskey to deliver a true taste of this great state. Balcones, the official Texas whiskey of your Texas Rangers. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
Turn up your Radio Ranger fans. It's time for the Golden Chick Dot Race. Make your picks. And remember, no wagering, please. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Red moves ahead, but blue's a strong second. Now green takes the lead at the home plate turn. And speaking of plates, I always add extra rolls to mine. Golden Chick rolls are baked fresh daily and so good, they're famous. Green starts to lag. Blue is nowhere to be seen, but red digs deep for the win.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Texas Rangers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Rangers Baseball, LLC. All right, bottom half of the second inning. It's the heart of the order here for the powder blue-clad Royals. Lane Thomas will lead it off. Thomas, a sharp single into left, his first time up, a part of that 7-run first-inning barrage. Mackenzie Gore back out here to pitch, and his first offering results in a swing and a miss here by the right-handed hitting Thomas for strike one. Thomas, Isbell, and then Drury, 3, 4, and 5 in the order here for Kansas City. Next pitch is in there for a strike, and the count at 0-2. And again, the weather conditions certainly figuring into things here. Oh, we have an ABS challenge. And that pitch is right at the bottom of the zone, about half of the baseball in the strike zone. So Lane Thomas trying to get a reversal there, does not. The Royals lose one of their challenges. Each team with one left. 0-2 the count. Gore kicks and fires and misses high with a fastball to make it 1-2 strikes. Gore, his last time out against the White Sox, really sharp. 3 shutout innings. And again, this is just one of those lines that you don't really pay a whole lot of attention to come the regular season, as Thomas watches one go by for a called third strike. So one gone here in the home second. Kyle Isbell, the batter. Let's pause here for station identification. This is Rangers Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
First offering to Isbell, breaking pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Isbell got hit by a pitch his first time up. Now a swing and a foul tip caught by Higashioka, and that'll make it no balls and 2 strikes. Royals got 7 runs on 6 hits in the first inning. They left one man on base. Here's a pitch that's fouled off the screen above the Kansas City dugout third base side, and we'll keep it at no balls and 2 strikes. Infield here playing the left-handed hitting Isbell to pull. And that pitch right over the outside corner for a called third strike. Another well-placed offering there by Gore, so he's having a much different second inning. And that brings up the designated hitter, Brandon Drury. Well, these two clubs are going to meet in Arlington for the final 2 preseason games, final 2 exhibition games. Monday night, March the 23rd, and Tuesday afternoon, March the 24th. And, of course, we play once in each city during the regular season. Swing and a miss here by Drury on the fastball from Gore for strike one. Rangers will host the Royals at the end of May. Last 3 days of May. It's a weekend series. This pitch is low. And the count now at 1-1 strike. And then during the week, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series, June the 9th through the 11th, will be played at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Swing and a miss. Bit of a lunging cut there by Drury on a pitch that was down and away. And that'll make it 1-2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the second. Gore looking for a clean second inning here. Rangers infield and outfield playing Drury to pull. The 1-2. That's inside, almost hit him. That'll make it 2-2 strikes. Drury last year with both the Angels and the White Sox hit just .214. Has spent portions of 10 seasons in the big leagues. Here comes Gore with the 2-2, and that one will cause Drury to hop back out of the way a bit. Pitch inside, and so the count runs full. Rojas waiting on deck. This pitch just missed. A little bit outside, ball 4. So Drury on board with the 2-out walk. Drury, last year, I'll be clear about this, he was in AAA with the Angels and the White Sox. Last played in the big leagues with the Angels back in 2024. And now here comes Rojas. Had a 2-run double just inside the left field line, a part of that 7-run first inning. Local lad here, Rojas from Litchfield Park, just down the road here, a little south of Surprise. Played his high school ball at Millennium High School in Goodyear. Left-handed hitter. Gore's pitch hit right back up the middle, snagged by Gore. Off the mound, halfway to first he goes. Little flip to Berger, and we're done here in the last half of the second. No runs, no hits, a man is left. We'll move along to the third. Royals leading the Rangers 7-6. This is Rangers Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
At last, Texas Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. And you'll want to be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th when Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, and the Rangers face off against Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds for a weekend series that counts. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Grab your tickets at Rangers.com. That's right. All for Texas.
Texas knows tradition, and this March a new one hits the streets. You've seen touchdowns and home runs, but nothing like IndyCar speed ripping through Arlington, Texas. Fearless drivers, crowds loud enough to match 700 horsepower. It's an action-packed weekend filled with concerts, entertainment, and racing. Kids 12 and under get in free, so bring the whole crew. The first ever Java House Grand Prix of Arlington is coming. This isn't our first rodeo, just our fastest. Get your tickets at gparlington.com.
Hello, everyone. This is Elvis Andrews, two-time Major League Baseball All-Star and 2025 Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. As a former Major League Baseball player, I understand the importance of having a strong team behind you. For over 40 years, Bailey & Gallion has been representing people just like you that have been injured on the job.
Call Bailey & Gallion today at 1-800-LAW-OFFICE. They'll help you get the treatment at no upfront cost to you. Pay no fees unless they win. Call now, 1-800-LAW-OFFICE.
Team up with Bailey & Gallion, the official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, to solve your legal puzzle.
All right, hard-throwing left-hander Matt Strom coming into the ballgame now for the Royals, and so Cole Reagans is done for the night. Reagans, who didn't complete the first, but did complete the second, will exit here and turn it over to another southpaw. Reagans ended up throwing a total of 52 pitches in what was an inning and 2/3 of work as Smitty swings and bounces one foul and ricochets off a number of his teammates down in the first base dugout. Strike one here to Josh, who grounded out on a ball hit back up the middle his first time up. Strom working off the first base side of the rubber. Lifts the leg and comes home, and here's a routine ground ball to second. Gobbled up by India, a sidearm throw to first. And Smith is a ground ball out victim for a second time. And that will bring Jonah Bride to the plate. Strom taking his time. 6'3", the lefty, about 200 pounds. Strom pitching here off the third base side of the rubber. Throws one over the outside corner to Bride for strike one. Strom pitched with the Phillies each of the last 3 seasons. 66 appearances in relief in each of the last 2 years for the Phils. The 0-1 delivered high. That'll make it a ball and a strike. And last year, Strom 2-3 with a 2.74 ERA. To go along with 6 saves. Gave up just 47 hits in 62 1/3. The 1-1. Check swing, but Bride takes it for a strike. So 1-2 the count. Jonah flared a single into right his first time up. Bride originally a 23rd round pick of the A's coming out of the University of South Carolina. That was back in 2018. He awaits the 1-2 from Strom. And that ball is hit hard over the shortstop Vasquez and out into left field. base hit for Jonah Bride, so he's 2 for 2. Rangers getting their fair share of hits. Now up to 7 on the evening. 1 on and 1 out for Aaron Zavala. Zavala went the opposite way, flaring a single into left back in the first. And the Rangers 4 runs on 5 hits in the first, 2 runs on a hit in the second. And now Bride with a very good lead at first. Strom looking right at him. Here's a breaking pitch, and Zavala offers at it and misses. Trying to bunt that ball. Looked like he was trying to bunt it toward third. And it's strike 1. Here's a guy in Zavala who last year definitely increased his power game. Slugging numbers went up. The set by Strom. A long hold. And the pitch. And he misses outside. And that'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Zavala, a guy who walks a lot, strikes out a lot. Played winter ball down in Mexico this past winter ball season and put up some really good numbers. This pitch over the plate but low. So 2-1 the count to the left-handed hitting Zavala, who during the regular season last year played for both Frisco and Round Rock. Most of his time with the Rough Riders. Had 16 home runs overall last year in the minor leagues. Also stole 10 bases. Here's a sharply hit ball up the middle, backhanded by the shortstop Vasquez to second for 1. India to first, not in time. Zavala runs well. They didn't really have much of a chance at a double play there. And the shortstop Vasquez was up the middle, so in going to his right, he wasn't quite over where a shortstop would be in a straight-up positioning. But they get the lead runner for the second out. Zavala safe at first on the fielder's choice. And that brings up Jose Herrera, the switch-hitting catcher who is serving as the designated hitter here tonight. Former Arizona Diamondback standing in on the right side. Open stance. Good lead at first for Zavala. And here's a breaking pitch that just missed. And we're going to get a challenge, I believe, here from Jensen, the catcher. Yep. So Carter Jensen thinks it's on the inside corner. And, well, it was on the corner, but it was high. The Royals are out of challenges. That's their second loss. And you know what? Jen Powell's winning behind the plate tonight.
You said 3 out of 4, right?
Yeah. Don't want to know the count here to Herrera. Strom ready. A long look to Zavala at first. And the pitch, that's hit hard over third. And a fair ball down the line. That gets by Newman. That goes all the way to the wall. Zavala at third. Corey Ragsdale waving him home. There is no throw. He scores standing up. It's an RBI double for Jose Herrera. And we're tied at 7.
Just when we thought perhaps order had been restored to this game.
Rangers have scored in every inning, scoring here with 2 men out. RBI double for Herrera. Takes us back to the top of the order in Sam Haggerty. And you know you're having a good night on offense when the leadoff batter is hitting for the 3rd time in the evening and you're only in the 3rd inning. A single and a walk for Haggerty. He swings hard, bouncing ball deep in the hole at short. Fielded by Vasquez. He sets and throws and gets Haggerty by a step for the final out. So in the 3rd for Texas, a run on 2 hits. A man is left. 2.5 complete. We're tied at 7. And this is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
Luxor Staffing, official staffing partner of the Texas Rangers, has hundreds of open positions in warehouse distribution, manufacturing, and more. Come work with some of DFW's best employers. Great pay, excellent benefits, multiple shifts, and endless opportunities for promotion. Luxor has 10 convenient locations in DFW ready to find a perfect job for you. All Luxor offices have experienced bilingual professionals ready to help you now. Visit us online today at luxorstaffing.com and find the office closest to you. Apply today and work tomorrow for Luxor Staffing, DFW's premier staffing agency.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
The Rangers are giving away a team record 16 different bobbleheads in 2026. It's the season of Nod. And on Saturday, April 4th, you can score the season's first, the Dot Race Results bobblehead, presented by Golden Chick.
A reminder, this is an exhibition. No wagering, please.
Just be one of the first 10,000 fans at the ballpark for the Rangers-Reds game. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
Bottom half of the third inning. And it's kind of like a score you would see after the first quarter in an NFL game. 7-7. They have a ball that has escaped from the berm out in left center, and so that is going to be retrieved right now by Wyatt Langford. And Mackenzie Gore has come back out here for the third inning. Gore, who didn't make it out of the first but pitched well in the second, throws his 37th pitch of the evening and misses here to the switch-hitting Drew Waters for ball one. Waters clubbed the ball well out of here down the right field line his first time up. This pitch is up, and the count now at 2 balls and no strikes. Waters thought he'd be facing Gore in the first inning, but Gore was lifted after giving up the 2-run double to Rojas, and so he ended up facing Anderson and belted a home run 440 feet down the right field line as Gore misses again. And the count to Waters at 3-0. So Waters hit that home run left-handed, batting right-handed here. And this pitch is outside, ball 4. So a 2-run home run his first time up, and now a 4-pitch walk here for Mackenzie Gore. He has walked 2 now, and he's also hit a batter. So Waters is on board for Kevin Newman. Newman flied to right his first time up. And his first offering bites the inside corner for strike 1 to Newman, a product of the University of Arizona, who has portions of 8 seasons under his belt in the big leagues, most of that early in his career with Pittsburgh. The set by Gore and the pitch, and that ball is hit hard out into left field. A base knock for Kevin Newman. Waters pulls into second. The throw behind him sails over Josh Smith. It's backed up by Jake Berger over at first. That throw coming from Sam Haggerty out in left field. Thought that he could get Waters rounding the bag at second, and had the throw been lower, perhaps we would have had a play at second. But instead, it's a single for Newman. Now you've got runners at first and second. Nobody out. Kyle Higashioka out in front of the plate. Just letting the defense know exactly how they're going to work this. And you wonder how far Gore will go here. Now, his last time out in his 3 innings of work against the White Sox, he went 38 pitches. He's up to 42 pitches. You would think if he can wiggle his way out of this little situation that he could complete 3 here. Vasquez the batter, and he'll take this pitch for strike 1.
And his command has been extremely erratic, both in and out of the strike zone.
Vasquez, who split his time last year between high A and double A, struck out in the first. Here comes Gore with the 0-1, swing and a miss. Vasquez just fooled there by that fastball that was up around his eyes. Could not stop the bat in time. And the count 0-2. Vasquez is just 22 years of age, a native of the Dominican Republic. He did hit 260 between high A and double A last year, and is a problem if he gets on base. He stole 27 bases last season. The 0-2. Just a little bit above the zone. Vasquez did not chase there, and that'll make it a ball and 2 strikes.
Cole Stasio is warming out in the Ranger Bowl.
Just got up. Waters at second, Newman at first, nobody out. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt behind the plate, smothered by Higashioka. So make it 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know what number Cole Stasio is wearing tonight? Jacob Latt's number, 6'7".
67.
No, 6'7".
Oh, 6'7".
Whatever that means.
The 2-2. Down and in. That almost hit him in the back foot. So a full count here to Vasquez.
Jared can probably explain to us what that means.
Yes, in young person terms.
Yeah.
I just know that when the kids do it, their palms are up and they're going up and down with the palms. Like, we have a few pitchers that are 6'7", in terms of height. Gore again misses badly inside, and he has just walked Vasquez. This is a Vasquez. I said he played at high A and AA last year. Almost all of that was at high A. He figures to play at AA this year in the Kansas City system, but Gore, in a spot like he was in the first inning, bases loaded here, nobody out, and we're back to the top of the order, and Jonathan India, who had an automatic double to begin that bottom of the first, later walked in the inning, and he'll take a fastball here for strike one. So it's a 7-7 ball game. We're only in the bottom of the third. We've been playing for an hour and 22 minutes. Gore's pitch, that's inside, and that'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. India acquired prior to last season pretty much primarily to be the Royals' leadoff hitter. But India last year hit just .233, although his on-base percentage was .323. He'll shoot this one foul and out of play on the right side. And the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
We had some playing time in left field for a while. That didn't go very well.
No.
Back at second base now.
Yeah, the plan at the beginning of last season was for him to spend time at both left field and second, but it looks like second will be the spot this year. The 1-2 from Gore, that's just a little up and in. He didn't miss by a whole lot. Fastball at 96. 2-2 now the count to India with Waters at third, Newman at second, Vasquez at first. Nobody out in the inning. Gore pulling up on the pants a little bit, stepping just off the rubber. Pitch clock just now being reset. Sets at 18 seconds when there are men on base. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit softly on the ground up the middle, fielded by Smith. A flip to Seager for one, on to first. Double play. Waters scores on the play. No RBI for India, though the Royals go back in front here. It's now 8-7. And I think certainly you take that if you're Texas. Right now, just looking to get outs. Here comes Skip. Skip the skip. And that will be all for Mackenzie Gore. So the Royals have regained the lead here in the third inning. They're up 8-7. Runner at third with 2 men out now. New pitcher coming in for Texas, and as he warms, we pause for this. This is Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Hello, everyone. This is Elvis Andrews, 2-time Major League Baseball All-Star and 2025 Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. As a former Major League Baseball player, I understand the importance of having a strong team behind you. For over 40 years, Bailey & Gallion has been representing people just like you that have been injured on the job.
Call Bailey & Gallion today at 1-800-LAW-OFFICE. They'll help you get the treatment at no upfront cost to you. Pay no fees unless they win. Call now, 1-800-LAW-OFFICE.
Team up with Bailey & Gallion, the official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, to solve your legal puzzle.
At last, Texas Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. And you'll want to be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th when Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, and the Rangers face off against Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds for a weekend series that counts. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Grab your tickets at Rangers.com. That's right. All for Texas.
All right, the right-hander Cole Stasio coming into a pitch here for the Rangers. Royals have Newman at third with 2 men out. Carter Jensen will be the batter, the top prospect in the Kansas City system. And we get to see the right-hander Stasio here, the Baylor product, who goes 6'5", and Jensen with a swing and a miss as he swings over this first pitch for strike one. Stasio was signed as a minor league free agent back in January after pitching in independent ball in Ogden, Utah last season. This offering is low, and the count at a ball and a strike. Stasio in 12 starts with Ogden, that again in the Independent Pioneer League, went 7-1 with a 5.29 ERA. The kick and the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Stasio, again, a former Baylor hurler, pitched over portions of 5 seasons with the Bears. Made a total of 52 appearances. Here's a ball that's popped up high into the air into right center field. On the move to his left is Wyatt Langford, and he's there to make the catch to get Jensen for the final out. But the Royals grab the lead. They get a run on a hit. They leave a man. We've played 3 in surprise. It's 8-7 Royals. And this is Rangers Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back? You've got some nerve showing up here again, looking all delicious with your fresh all-beef patties, melty cheeses, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch. When I want you, you're nowhere to be found. And now you're back? Aw, get in here. We just missed you, that's all. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back for a limited time and harder to resist than ever. Download the app. What a burger!
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona, La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Ever wondered what it takes to move all the gear to support 75 players, a dozen trainers, and a Palomino to Surprise, Arizona? PGL, Rangers captain, and all your Texas Rangers know that it's a big job, and PGL is proud to be the official team logistics partner.
Visit shippgl.com/Rangers or call 833-SHIP-PGL to talk with one of our experts to take care of your business. From Surprise to Singapore and everywhere in between, we'll get you in the game.
We are in the clubhouse, on the field, and more. Nobody covers Rangers baseball like your home of the Rangers. 105.3 The Fan.
Celebrating his 32nd birthday today, right-hander John Schreiber comes on to pitch for Kansas City. Royals on top by the score of 8-7. Strom went 1 inning, and he allowed 1 run on a couple of hits. And it will be Schreiber, the right-hander, in his 3rd year with Kansas City, has become a mainstay of their bullpen over the past couple of seasons. 74 appearances last year and a 3.80 ERA. 59 games pitched the year before in a 3.66. Broke into the big leagues originally with the Tigers in 2019. Also spent 3 years with Boston. Wyatt Langford first up against him. Langford, an RBI single in the first inning, a 2-run homer in the second inning. So 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, and he takes inside ball 1. Seager on deck, and then Berger for Texas in the first half of the 4th. 8-7-0 for Kansas City, 7-8-0 for Texas. And Schreiber delivers a sinking fastball for a strike. And Langford doesn't think so. He has asked for a challenge. Rangers with 1 challenge remaining. Royals are out of challenges. And up on the board, the pitch appeared to be low, so Langford was correct. And the Rangers retain their 1 challenge. And Jen Powell is 3 out of 5 now in the ABS challenge system tonight. Again, she's the only woman ever to umpire in a regular season major league game. Starting in August of last year, the pitch is inside. She is still a minor league fill-in umpire, but got a number of call-ups late in the season last year. 3-0 the count now on Langford. Here comes Schreiber, and he just clipped the bottom of the strike zone there with a sinking fastball, and the count is 3-1. Langford now for the spring, 5 for 10, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. The 3-1 offering, and that's high ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Langford, who represents the tying run in this 8-7 affair. And here comes Corey Seager. He has walked and popped out to third base. And we're going to get a pinch runner at first base. That's Orlando Martinez running for Langford. Seager takes strike 1, 0-1. Schreiber at the belt. Very low leg kick, and the pitch is outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he's a ground ball pitcher, hoping to get a 2-ball out of Corey Seager here. Seager, one of 4 Rangers to score in the top of the first, but Kansas City came back with 7 in the bottom of the first. The first 7 batters all reached and scored. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back. Mackenzie Gore faced the first 6 of them, and then Aiden Anderson came on and on his first pitch gave up a 2-run homer to Drew Waters that turned the score around. Rangers tied it in the top of the third. Royals got one in the bottom of the third to untie it. The 1-2 offering. Seager drills one up the middle, a line drive base hit. Played on the second hop by Isbell, and the Rangers down by a run are cooking here in the fourth as Corey rifles one up the middle, and we're going to get a pinch runner for him. Here's Cam Cauley. He's had another outstanding spring so far, running for Corey Seager. And Jake Berger is the batter. Here in the top half of the fourth, Berger a 3-run homer and a strikeout tonight. Jake, 16 homers last year, 53 runs batted in after 29 long balls the year before. And he takes a sweeping slider for a strike. It is 0-1. Martinez, the runner at second base, Cauley at first base. Tying in go-ahead runs aboard. Higashioka on deck. The 0-1. A little bit low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Schreiber, maximum effort guy, although he doesn't throw that hard. A lot of effort and a lot of grunting can be heard, especially from a broadcast location as close to home plate as we have here in spring training. 1-1 pitch is outside, and the count is 2-1 as the sweeper missed, and Berger wouldn't chase it. 2 balls and a strike. Talked about all the crazy games in the Cactus League today. There was a weird one in the Grapefruit League. The Yankees, who were 9-2, lost to the Twins 15-0 at Steinbrenner Field today in Tampa. As the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Yankees now 9-3, and the Twins are 3-8. Paul Blackburn, who had gone 4 scoreless innings in his previous start for the Yankees, not quite as successful today. Didn't make it through the third. Taj Bradley, 4 scoreless innings for Minnesota. Here comes the pitch to Berger. A swing and a looping drive, right center, base hit. Rounding third is Martinez, and he is heading to the plate. Here comes the throw. The slide, he's safe as the catcher drops the throw, and we're tied 8-8. Well, the throw didn't have a whole lot on it, and it pulled Carter Jensen off the plate toward first base. It appeared he had time to catch the rolling throw, get back, and tag Martinez out, but in his haste to do so, he failed to secure the throw. We've got an 8-8 tie and 2 men on at first and second with nobody out.
Yeah, it would have been a close play had he cleanly caught that ball, but you got to do that first.
So here's Higashioka. He has lined out and struck out, and we've got a pinch runner for Berger. That is Nick Pratto, who will no doubt take over at first base. He's a former Kansas City Royal. The 0-1 pitch. Higashioka rolls one up the middle, and that finds its way through a base hit. The pinch runner will score, throw back to second base, and out at second base is Pratto as he rounded the bag too far. But the Rangers with the go-ahead run on that seeing eye single by Higashioka now take the lead 9-8 as Cawley scores on that ground ball hit.
Nice play by Isbell, known for his defense, more known for how much ground he covers, but a heads-up play and throwing behind the runner to India, who applied the tag.
There's a swing, and there's a line drive by Josh Smith down the right field line. That's one hop to the wall. Higashioka stops at third base, and in at second base is Josh Smith with a double. He's now 1 for 3 on the night. He kept looking for a pinch runner for Higashioka, but apparently he's going to catch a couple of more innings. We are going to get a pinch runner here for Josh Smith, however. That appears to be Andrew Velasquez going out to run for Smitty. Meanwhile, it's 9-8 Texas now in this riotous affair. And we have got a mound visit now for Kansas City's pitching coach Brian Sweeney.
Given how much offense we've seen, who knows if it's going to matter, but Prato's base running mistake costing the Rangers a run, at least at this point.
Yeah, the only out of the inning. And about an hour and a half ago, Matt, we had pristine score sheets.
Yeah, we did.
They are far from pristine right now. There are blobs of ink everywhere. Jonah Bride is next. He's 2 for 2, a couple of singles. And he takes a strike, 0-1. So Higashioka's now at third. Velasquez, the runner, at second. There is one out in the inning, and the Rangers are ahead 9-8. They've out-hit Kansas City now 12-7. And the pitch is rolled out to second base. A run will score. India throws on to Rojas at first for the out. Bride retired, but with an RBI, and the Rangers have a 2-run lead now, 10-8 in the fourth inning. Velasquez stayed at second on the play. And Aaron Zavala will make his way to the plate. The left-handed batter who has singled and hit into a force play and now is 10 for 20 on the spring. And the Rangers, you know, they've won 3 games in a row and they're 7-5, but they haven't been doing it by outscoring people. They've had really good pitching. There's a swing and a bloop to right, a base hit for Zavala. That will score Velasquez. The throw to the infield gets away, but Zavala will stay at first base. Another hit, another RBI, and it's 11-8 Rangers. And Zavala now is 11 for 21 for the spring with 7 runs batted in.
That ties him with Sam Haggerty for the team lead in RBIs here in Cactus League play. That looked like a golf shot, just kind of laying up, and it dropped in.
Now the switch hitting catcher, Jose Herrera, and he takes a strike. It is 0-1. Herrera has grounded out and doubled to drive in a run. 13 hits now for the Rangers. We're in the fourth inning. And the pitch comes in low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hey, single game tickets are now on sale for the 2026 season. Get them at Rangers.com/single game. Get the best seats, the best prices, all for the best games right now. Single game tickets are on sale. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch swung on and fouled back. On deck, Gilberto Celestino. Hit for Haggerty. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Again, this game being televised back to Kansas City, and I believe Major League Baseball Network will be airing it tomorrow morning, in case you would like to see this with your own eyes. The pitch is swung on and missed by Herrera, and that will end the inning. But not before the Rangers put a 4 spot on the board, turn the game around again, and after 3.5, it's 11-7 Rangers on the Rangers Radio Network.
With X the Cash scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery, you could multiply the cash by 30, 50, 100, or even 200 times. And when you multiply the cash, you multiply the celebration. With top prizes from $60,000 up to $1 million, it's the easiest way to multiply your luck or enter for a chance to win VIP experiences. Play X the Cash scratch tickets today. Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
Life's a team sport. You need a team your family can count on. Medical City Healthcare, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers and one of North Texas's largest healthcare providers, offers comprehensive, compassionate care, advanced technology, and personalized treatment for your entire family. Trusted care when you need it most. Medical City Healthcare, a team you can count on.
Hey Rangers fans, the 2026 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the Rangers action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Rangers games or to any other live event in the greater Dallas area, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your Texas Rangers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
Michelle Otañez takes over on the mound in the bottom of the fourth. Rangers leading by the score of 11-8. Rangers actually had a 4-0 lead after the top of the first, so this is not their biggest lead of the night. The Royals had a 3-run lead at 7-4 after one. That's been their biggest lead. Lane Thomas first up for Kansas City against the hard-throwing Otañez, and his first pitch is in there for a strike at 96 miles an hour. Otañez, 28 years of age from the Dominican. He goes 6'4", 220 pounds. He was in 6 games last year for the A's, 36 games for them the year before. The pitch is low, 1-1. He works in long sleeves, wears the number 63 on the back of that blue Ranger jersey. Rangers wearing bright red caps with blue brims in spring training, a white tee, and a prickly pear of cactus growing out of the tee. There's a breaking ball in for a strike, a slider at 81. And Otañez, whose command can be iffy, is ahead in the count 1-2 to his first batter. Kyle Isbell on deck. Here's the 1-2 offering, and that's high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Originally signed by the Mets back in 2016 out of the Dominican. He has been owned by Arizona as well as by the A's. Was a waiver claimed by the Rangers in November from the A's, so he is on the roster. 40-man, that is. 2-2 pitch, whipped just outside at 96. And the count has gone full. Rangers with a host of defensive changes in the inning. Here's the pitch. Check swing, you went around, strike 3. Fooled on a slider, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Rangers leading 11-8. Kyle Isbell coming up. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out. Looks like Velasquez is at second base now. Cawley is at shortstop. We have a new third baseman, too.
We do not have a new third baseman, but we do have a new left fielder and a new center fielder. We'll get to that after this next pitch.
Otañez kicks and fires, and there's a strike going 1.
So Martinez, who ran for Langford, remains in the game to play in left field, and Celestino is in the game to play in center field.
All right. Zavala still in right. There's a swing and a towering drive to center. This will stay in the park. Celestino back a step, and he takes care of it. Again, the wind has died down a little bit since the start of the game when it was gusting up to 30. 2 outs. We've got a shot at a 1-2-3 inning here. That is something that has not occurred for either side. We'll see if Otañez can pull it off, if he can get Drury an RBI single and a walk so far tonight. Rangers on top 11-8 in the last half of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. It is 0-1. Rangers trying to win their 4th in a row, trying to go 8-5 on the spring. The weekend features games with Seattle, the Giants, and Sunday the Angels. That pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll have the Saturday game with the Giants and the Sunday game with the Angels for you. The Saturday game will come on at 2 Texas time. The Sunday game will come on at 3, with Texas going to daylight saving time and Arizona standing pat. 1-1 pitch is inside, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Thomas has struck out. Isbell has flied out here in the Kansas City fourth. Now the 2-1 pitch is inbound. A swing and a broken bat roller to third base. 3 slow hops to Bride across the diamond in time, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Michelle Otañez, something that no other pitcher has achieved tonight. After 4, the Rangers lead the Royals 11-7 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Hey kids, it's time to step up to the plate and join the Junior Rangers. You'll get your very own kit sponsored by Golden Chick. It includes a Rangers baseball cap, backpack, youth jersey, stainless steel water bottle, and a fan chain with bling badge. Junior Rangers also receive 4 digital ticket vouchers to select Ranger home games. Don't forget to bring your fan chain and badge to get 15% off discount in the team store and front of the line access to the Kids Run the Bases at Sunday home games. Sign up now at rangers.com/Junior Rangers and be part of the club.
Hello, everyone. This is Elvis Andrews, 2-time Major League Baseball All-Star and 2025 Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. As a former Major League Baseball player, I understand the importance of having a strong team behind you. For over 40 years, Bailey & Gallion has been representing people just like you that have been injured on the job.
Call Bailey & Gallion today at 1-800-LAW-OFFICE. They'll help you get the treatment at no upfront cost to you. Pay no fees unless they win. Call now, 1-800-LAW-OFFICE.
Team up with Bailey & Gallion, the official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, to solve your legal puzzle.
Hall of Fame linebacker Mike Singletary is always cool under pressure.
Not always. Last summer, our AC went out and our house was hot. One of my cool friends recommended Baker Brothers at callbakernow.com. They came out, diagnosed the problem, and told us what they needed to do to fix it. They were professionals and did exactly what they said they were going to do. Wow.
If you need your AC repaired or replaced, go to callbakernow.com. Great service.
Right-hander Alex Lang, who missed almost the entire season with the Tigers last year, pitched in only 1 game, was signed as a free agent with the Royals, and he will take over in the 5th inning with Texas on top by the score of 11-7. Lang, 30 years of age, from Riverside, California. Went to Lee's Summit West High School, though, in the Kansas City area. He was the closer for the Tigers in 2023. He had 26 saves for them that year. Top of the Ranger order. First up, Gilberto Celestino, batting in what was Sam Haggerty's spot. Haggerty had a single, a walk, a ground out, and a steal. He scored 2 runs. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. 11-7, the Rangers are leading as Lang takes over. He becomes the 5th Kansas City pitcher. And that pitch is high and outside. Ryan Brazier is warming in the bullpen for the Rangers now. After Otañez posted the 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th. 2 balls and no strikes on Celestino. Martinez on deck. And then Cawley. And the pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Inside. Backs him out of the way. And Celestino awaits a 3-1 pitch. This Celestino's first plate appearance. He has appeared defensively for the Rangers this spring. And the pitch to him is outside, ball 4. So the base running parade continues for the Rangers. They have had base runners in every inning. In fact, they've had hits in every inning. Five in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 5 in the fourth. Now a leadoff walk in the 5th, and here's Orlando Martinez. Runner goes from first. The pitch is grounded to first. It is picked on the backhand side there and taken to the bag for the out. Josh Rojas with the play at first base. He can play all the infield positions. So Martinez is retired. Moves the runner down, though. Celestino was on the move on the pitch. And the batter will be Cam Cawley. Having a terrific spring, hitting .333, 8 for 24, a homer, 3 RBIs. He has the most at-bats and the most hits on the ball club. Pitch to Cawley is inside. He had a home run against Brazil yesterday. That doesn't count. He does have 1 home run in Cactus League play. Texas looking to add to an 11-8 margin in the 5th inning. Seager in this spot was 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Make it 1 for 2. There's a swing and a ground ball, base hit left field for Cawley through the hole. Stopping at third base, Celestino. Rangers have runners at first and third as Cawley comes through again. He's now hitting .360.
Just incredible, yeah, 9 for 25. There are some new defenders out on the field for Kansas City here, Eric. Colton Becker is now in at second base. Spencer Nivens is in left field, and John Rave is in center field.
Thank you. The batter is Prato, the former Royal first baseman. There goes the runner from first. The pitch is taken. Throw to second base. The tag, and he's out. Or is he? He's called safe. Very close play at second base, but Cawley got the steal. Cawley had a very good year running last year. Had over 20 stolen bases at Frisco. Runners at second and third and one out now for Prato. And the infield comes in with the Rangers leading 11-8. Prato, a lefty, swings and misses. And the count is 1-2. Prato never really panned out as a hitter for Kansas City. Very good defensive first baseman. He's over from minor league camp. And the pitch misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kyle Higashioka waiting on deck. Celestino at third base, Cawley at second base. The pitch to Prato. And that's high for a ball. Prato, 27 years of age. He goes 6'1", 225. Was with the Royals for parts of 22, 23, and 24. Spent all of last year at AAA Omaha. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. And the count has gone full. He's out of Huntington Beach High School. Man on deck, Kyle Higashioka, also from Huntington Beach. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Good changeup there from Lang. And there is the second out of the inning. Rangers leading by the score of 11-8, and Higashioka coming up next. Kyle is lined to third, struck out, and singled home run. 11-14-0 for the Rangers, 8-7-0 for the Kansas Cities. Second and third, 2 outs. The pitch to Kyle, swung on and a high drive hit the deep left field. Moving back on the ball, the new left fielder, and he won't get it. It's beyond his reach and off the wall. So both runs score on a Higashioka double. And the Rangers make it 13-8 here in the 5th inning. Higgy with his second and third RBIs of the night.
That hit fairly high up on the wall, just beyond the reach of Nivens. I don't think he had a real chance at getting to that one. But the wind was helping to blow it away from Nivens, and Rave, the center fielder, was nowhere near where the ball hit the wall.
So here is Andrew Velasquez for his first plate appearance. Josh Smith was 1 for 3 with a double. And a wave and a miss by Velasquez, 0-1. Velasquez up there left-handed. Native of the Bronx, grew up a Yankee fan. He's gone 2 for 17 for the spring. A speedy infielder, can get a bunt down, play all the positions. The count is 0-1, and here's the pitch, a swing and a miss. So the Rangers continue to score in every inning.
It's like a Sunday beer league softball game.
The inning by inning score 4-2-1, 4-2 for Texas. For Kansas City, 7-0-1-0. And there's a swing and a miss. Velasquez is out. So are the Rangers, but with 2 more runs on 2 hits. And a man left at second base. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. It's 13-8 Texas on the Rangers Radio Network.
As the original American single malt from Texas, Falcone's Distilling has been leading the recently ratified American single malt movement from the beginning, right from the heart of Texas. Whether using high-quality Texas grains, collaborating with the uncompromising climate, or adapting to let local flavors flourish, Balcones intentionally crafts every bottle of award-winning whiskey to deliver a true taste of this great state. Balcones, the official Texas whiskey of your Texas Rangers. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hey fans, the Rangers Baseball and Softball Grant Program is designed to provide financial support for nonprofit organizations, cities, and schools that need support for their baseball and softball programs across the Rangers' 5-state territory. Funding can support capital projects, equipment, program expenses, and uniforms. Grant applications will be accepted through June 30th. Recipients will be notified and recognized late in the summer. Get your application at rangers.com/grants. Rangers 13, Royals 8. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, and the native of Wichita Falls, Ryan Brazier comes on to pitch for Texas. Josh Rojas first up for Kansas City in the 5th. He had a 2-run hit in the first inning and a comebacker to the mound in the second. Brazier kicks and delivers, and a sinker is a little bit low for ball 1. For Brazier, his 4th appearance. He's been touched for 6 runs on 9 hits in 2 1/3 innings this spring. Former Angel and Red Sox pitcher, among others. Drew Waters on deck, then Kevin Newman for Kansas City. There's a swing and a towering drive down the right field line. Long run for Zavala over to the foul pole, and that one is foul and out of here. But
is that onto Bullard Avenue?
I lost sight of that completely. I think it left the premises. That's in the swim center, I think, across the street.
You're going to charge that ball $3.
1-1. There's a swing and a pop foul straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, things have calmed down, at least on the Royals' offensive end. They actually got a couple of zeros on the board in the 2nd and the 4th inning, while the Rangers have scored in every inning. And actually, 5 straight Royal hitters have been retired by Ranger pitching. Make it 6, as there's a swing and a miss by Rojas on a slider that dropped out of the strike zone. Rojas is retired by Brazier, and there's 1 away for Drew Waters. Waters launched a 2-run homer in the 1st inning off Aiden Anderson, walked in the 3rd. Mackenzie Gore started for Texas. He was wild today, both in and out of the strike zone. Wound up giving up 7 runs in an inning and 2/3. Spread out over 3 different innings of work. And the pitch to Waters is a strike. It is 0-1. And something we would never say during the regular season. Now, Waters is a guy who's out of options. He's got to make an impression this spring on somebody to have a big league job. 0-1 pitch fouled back. And it's 0-2. He's a career .243 hitter. Had about 200 at-bats last year. One out and nobody on in the last half of the 5th. Here comes the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Velasquez picks it to his left. Throws in time to Prado, 2 outs, and Newman coming up. Hey, folks, I'd like to invite you to my birthday benefit concert. It's May 14th at the Longhorn Ballroom in Dallas, featuring Sammy Ray and the Friends and Chuck Prophet and his Cumbia Shoes. Tickets are on sale at longhornballroom.com. All the proceeds go to the Grant Halliburton Foundation. That's May 14th at Longhorn Ballroom. It's a Ranger off night, and hope you'll join us. Kevin Newman has flied out and singled. Right-handed batter against the righty Brazier, and there's a swing and a ground ball to the right side. To his left, Velasquez. He's got it. Pats it in the mid. Guns over to first. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Brazier. And 8 consecutive Royals have been retired. Order has been restored. And we're going to the 6th. Rangers leading the Royals 13-8 on the Rangers Radio Network.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
As an official partner of the Texas Rangers, Lockheed Martin is proud to be part of the rich heritage of the Rangers and the many fans who cheer the team on at Globe Life Field. It is with that same pride we support our local communities and customers. From the frontline workers to the members of our armed forces safeguarding life and liberty, we're here to help them with their most important missions.
Gather around, Ranger fans, for the Golden Chick Dot Race. Make your picks, red, blue, or green. And they're off. Red quickly pulls ahead with blue and green coming up fast as they round the turn. My stomach reminds me that dinner is also just around the corner. I'm hungry for some crispy, delicious fried chicken. Juicy and tender Golden Chick is the winner in my book. And who wins the Golden Chick Dot Race? It's a photo finish with green taking the checkered flag by a nose.
Wake up to the latest Rangers news, highlights, and opinions with Sean and RJ. Morning 6 to 10 on your home of Rangers baseball. 105.3 The Fan.
Well, it's been a long one tonight. The Royals need to change their battery, and they've done just that. They bring in the right-hander Eli Morgan to pitch. Canyon Brown will now be the catcher as Jonah Bride steps to the plate here for the Rangers, who lead it 13-8. And the right-hander's first offering misses inside to Bride for ball one. Bride 2 for 3, pair of singles. Last time up, he grounded out, but that produced a run. The 1-0. And Morgan deals high, and that'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Morgan, who last year saw limited action, but he throws his changeup more than any other pitch, and he'll deliver onto the outside corner here, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Last year, pitching for the Cubs, Morgan, limited by injury, appeared in just 7 games. This pitch in there for a strike, and that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Prior to that, he had spent time with the Cleveland Guardians, 4 years with Cleveland, 2021 through 2024, and had his most action in terms of innings his first year, 2021, when he was a starter. He came up as a starter. This pitch across at the base of the knees for a strike, and Jonah Bride, he was asking for an ABS appeal, but he didn't do it correctly. You have to tap your helmet immediately. You can't just say, hey, I want to challenge that. And Jen Powell will deny him the opportunity to challenge. And so Bride is out on strikes, the first out here in the top half of the 6th. That brings up Aaron Zavala, who has remained in the game out in right field. Zavala is 2 for 3, couple of singles, a run scored, and a run batted in as he continues to post some video game numbers here this spring. Morgan drops this pitch in for a strike. Zavala, with his 2 for 3 tonight, is 11 for 22. Or make that 11 for 21. He's hitting over 500. Foul tip here caught by Brown. And the count now 0-2. Of his 11 spring training hits, he has a triple and a couple of home runs. Talked about Zavala doing really well in the Mexican Winter League just recently concluded. He had 358 as he takes this pitch for a ball in the count 1-2. Had 6 home runs and finished with an OPS of over 1,000. Again, that was in the Mexican Winter League. Swing and a miss here on a change away. That ball gets away from Brown, but he picks it up and he tags Zavala out near home plate. That was a wicked changeup there, so 2 men are out of the inning. That'll bring up Jose Herrera. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Rangers Radio Network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
First pitch to the switch-hitting Herrera is shot foul and out of play third base side. Herrera 1 for 3, drove in a run with a double. That was in the third inning. Rangers have scored in every inning. 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, but none yet here in the sixth, although this one is punched by Herrera out into left center field. Rave, the center fielder, over to cut it off. He'll hold Herrera to a single. So still an opportunity to put up something here in the sixth. Runner at first now with 2 men out. And that brings up Gilberto Celestino. Celestino drew a walk and scored in the fifth. The pitch from Morgan. And Celestino takes it outside for ball 1. This is the spot that Sam Haggerty had occupied. Haggerty tonight went 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. A couple of runs scored. He also stole a base. Herrera, short lead at first. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul. That's back into the netting. And that'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Morgan, after that 2021 season, converted to relief, made 50 appearances for Cleveland in 2022, and then a career best 61 relief appearances in 2023. Posted an ERA of 4.01 that season. Here's a toss over to first, and Herrera is back to the bag. Sam Classingham now playing at first base for Kansas City. This pitch a little high, a little inside. 2-1, now the count to Celestino. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're in the top of the sixth. Rangers leading it 13-8. Out hitting the Royals to this point in the game 16-7. Morgan 1. And that's on the inside corner for a strike. So make it 2-2. The right-hander setting just above the belt. Home with the 2-2. It's in the dirt and blocked by Brown. It kicks off to his right. Herrera stays at first, and the count to Celestino runs full. On deck is Orlando Martinez. Wind continuing to blow, for the most part, across the field from left to right, occasionally out to right. Not quite as intense as it was in the first couple of innings. And now time requested by Celestino, and he'll step out. So we are exactly 2 hours old here tonight, playing in the top of the sixth. The set. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. And Morgan missed. High to Celestino, ball 4. So runners at first and second. This after Morgan struck out the first 2 batters of the inning. And that will bring up Orlando Martinez. Martinez, who last year was in the Astros organization playing at Double-A Corpus Christi. That after starting the season in the Mexican League. First pitch here is high and tight to Martinez, left-handed hitter. So ball 1, Martinez from Havana in Cuba. His first action in pro ball back in 2018. Last year with Corpus Christi, he hit .270. Here's the 1-0. And that pitch a little bit outside. To make it 2 balls and no strikes. Morgan, a look back to Herrera at second. Home with a 2-0. And that pitch at the top of the zone. Breaking ball that time. So make it 2-1 here to Martinez in Wyatt Langford's spot. Langford had another good night, 2 for 2, including a home run. And drove in 3. 2-1 pitch. Morgan misses. Looked like he was trying to place that on the outside corner. And he falls behind here to a left-handed hitting Martinez at 3-1. Cam Cauley, who has been a destructor at the plate, is on deck. Morgan, a glance back to second in the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Back to the curve there, and the count runs full. So Morgan trying to escape the inning, putting up the first donut of the night for a Kansas City pitcher. Martinez asked for time, and he steps out. Now he's right back in. Morgan, a deep sigh, and the 3-2 with the runners on the move. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on that breaking pitch, and Martinez is the final out in the inning. So all 3 outs via the strikeout. No runs for Texas. 1 hit, 2 are left. 5.5 in the books. It's 13-8 Rangers. This is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, and some changes here for Texas. The Rangers are ahead 13-8. Coming on to pitch now will be the right-hander from Bonao in the Dominican Republic, Leandro Lopez, just 23 years of age. He's been in the system since 2021. Last year split his time as a starter between high A and double A. 14 starts for Hub City and 8 starts for Frisco, and an ERA below 3 at both levels. And his first offering here is in for a strike to Daniel Vasquez. So Lopez in to pitch. Kyle Higashioka still catching. This offering in there for a strike, and that'll make it no balls and 2 strikes. Marcus Lee Sang is now in left field, and I believe that's moved Orlando Martinez over into right field. And this pitch over the inner half for a called 3rd strike. So Lopez strikes out Vasquez on 3 straight pitches. 1 away here in the 6th, and that runs the string of consecutive batters retired by Ranger pitching here to 9 going back into the 3rd inning, which seems like forever ago.
Is it the same game?
All right, here's John Rave. Now, we had him penciled in the number 4 spot in the batting order, but Rave is in the leadoff spot. First pitch misses. The second pitch is swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Yeah, I was going by the whole computer thing there, but Rave is in the leadoff spot. Swing and a drive. This one hit well into center field. This is going to carry back to the warning track, and it's caught. Celestino makes the catch on the run just under the 400-foot sign. Got to it about midway on the track. So Rave sends it a long way, but it's the second out here in the bottom half of the 6th. And that will bring up Kenyon Brown. So these substitutions made by the Royals were not defensive specific, although Brown is hitting in the spot that Jensen had previously occupied, and the right-handed hitter takes this one over the outer half, 4 strike 1. Lopez, slight turn of the back toward the hitter, deals, and this ball is squirted just foul of first on down the right field line. Brown coming close to an opposite field extra base hit there, but the count at 0-2. Lopez in his 14 starts with Hub City was 2-4 with a 2.19 ERA, better than a strikeout per inning. Here's the 0-2. That pitch just a little bit high to make it a ball and 2 strikes. At Double-A Frisco, in 8 starts and 1 relief appearance, he was 1-0 with a 2.78 ERA, 43 strikeouts in 35 2/3. This ball is softly lined into center, and it drops for the base hit. So Brown with a 2-out single. This will be Colton Becker in the 3 spot in the order, having come on back in the 5th inning to play at second base. Becker digs in here on the right side. The pitch chopped foul on the third base side. So strike 1 to Becker. Brown single, the 8th hit of the evening for Kansas City, ending a string of 10 consecutive Royals batters being retired by Ranger pitching. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That'll make it no balls and 2 strikes. The set by Lopez. And the 0-2. And that one's lined foul high off the screen behind home plate. Injuries limited Lopez to just 5 games back in 2024 with Hickory. And they threw just 13 innings 2 seasons ago. But again, just 23 years of age. A right-hander, about 6'1". Here's a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. He gets away from Higashioka. Becker taken off for first. Higgy's throw is in the dirt, but scooped out by Prado in time to retire Becker. So it's a strikeout and a 2-3 putout. No runs, a hit. Royals leave a man. We move along to the 7th. Rangers still up 13-8. This is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
At last, Texas Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. And you'll want to be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th when Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, and the Rangers face off against Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds for a weekend series that counts. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Grab your tickets at Rangers.com.
That's right.
All for Texas.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the 9th and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
To the top of the seventh we go. Rangers leading the Royals 13-8. Cam Cauley will get it started for Texas here, going up against the new Kansas City hurler and right-hander Jose Cuas. Cuas, who originally came up with the Royals, but last appeared in the big leagues with Toronto and Chicago, the Cubs that is, in 2024, trying to work his way back to the big leagues. He's a guy who's a converted position player. And the first offering to Cam Cauley is in for a strike. Well, the Rangers had scored in every inning through 5, but didn't get a run in the 6th. Neither team scoring in the 6th. Cuas, the right-hander, misses. And the count now at 1-1 strike. Cuas, his last action in the big leagues with Toronto, 4 appearances 2 years ago. He also had 9 appearances with the Cubs. Here's a check swing on a pitch that's low. Plate umpire Jen Powell says she needs no help. And the count moves to 2-1 strike. Cauley with a single in the 5th. Also stole a base and came in to score. Here a swing and a miss, and that'll level the count at 2-2. Cauley now 9 for 25 this spring. Of his 9 hits, he has 4 doubles and a home run. And this is his team-leading 27th plate appearance of the spring. Cuas with a quick pitch, and he delivers high, and the count runs full. Had there been a man on base, that would have been a balk. He never came to a stop. He was bringing the arm down, trying to get into the set position, but never set. See what he does here. He sets, holds for a while, hesitates with the leg lift, and that pitch is a little down and in. So Cauley takes it for ball 4. In addition to his 9 hits, that's his 2nd walk. So he has been on base quite a bit, and that brings up the former Royal Nick Prado. Prado, coming on as a pinch runner in the 4th, struck out in the 5th. Infield here playing the left-handed hitter to pull. They're playing him to go the other way in left and in center. And Cuas misses outside, 4-1. Prado now 2 for 12 this spring. Playing at the age of 27. Cuas with a 1-0. Outside part of the plate for a strike. So make it 1-1 strike. Prado, former first-round pick of the Royals. Way back in 2017, coming out of Huntington Beach High School. The 1-1. Check swing. The pitch is just a little bit outside. It looked like Brown wanted to go to the ABS system, but the Royals ran out of challenges back in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I thought it was a strike.
So 2-1 the count. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Big rip taken by Prado, and that'll make it 2-2 strikes. Prado did play in 49 games with the Royals back in 2022 and hit 7 home runs that season. This pitch just a little bit outside, full count. And then in 2023, he appeared in 95 games with Kansas City. 7 more home runs, but never really caught on consistently as a hitter. Didn't hit much, didn't walk much. Here's a swing and a miss, and Prado is out on strikes. That's the first out here in the top of the 7th. It'll bring up Willie McIver, who will pinch hit here for Kyle Higashioka. So McIver swinging for the first time. Higgy went 2 for 4 in the game. A single, a double, a run scored, and 3 runs batted in. As McIver steps in on the right side here, checks his swing. The pitch is low and outside for ball one. So right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. This pitch is way outside. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Quiet Thursday evening here in Surprise as McIver swings, fouls this one straight back. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Kloss touching up the rosin bag. Will quickly get back on top. And the pitch, McIver loops it beyond first base. This one will drop into foul territory. And run the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. McIver this spring 1 for 8. He has, however, walked 5 times. The waiver claim from the Athletics back in November. 2-2 pitch, lofted high into the air, but fouling out of play onto the concourse on the first base side.
It was hard for a guy to make an impression before the games even start, but apparently he did with his energy and his encouragement of his pitchers. We heard comparisons to Austin Hedges in the way he worked the pitchers.
2-2, check swing. That pitch is outside. So a full count here to the right-handed hitting McIver. Briefly, he steps out and then gets back in and then asks for time. Made his big league debut with the A's last year, appearing in 32 games. Had an Austin Hedges-like batting average of 186. Kloss with the long hold, letting the pitch clock wind down. It's under 5. He deals, and he misses inside ball 4. So one thing that McIver has shown is the ability to be patient at the plate. And despite the fact that he has only 1 hit, he now has 6 walks this spring. So he's on. Brings up Andrew Velasquez. He came on as a pinch runner in the 4th, scored, and then struck out in the 5th. And a swing here, and he taps it foul. That's over near the skipper. Just outside the dugout. Strike 1 here to Velasquez. Kloss a glance back to Cawley at second, comes home and misses with that breaking pitch outside. So make it a ball and a strike. Velasquez, bat resting on the left shoulder, goes after this high fastball, swings and misses, and that'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kloss deals and a swing and a miss. Win again with the high heat. And Velasquez is out on strikes. So 2 down in the inning. And this is Richie Martin Jr.
So in the last 9 Ranger batters covering the last 2 innings, 1 ball's been put in play. The rest strikeouts and walks.
And Martin, the right-handed hitter, with a big swing and a miss here for strike 1. Martin came on defensively in the last half inning, and he's having a good spring at the plate. 7 for 18 with a double. 4 runs scored, 3 runs batted in, couple of walks. The 0-1. Outside corner for a strike. 0-2 the count. Martin, a former Baltimore Oriole, having spent parts of the 2019, 2021, and 2022 seasons with Baltimore. He's a career .212 hitter. Big, wide stance, open. And he lunges for this and gets just a piece of it to foul it back. And so the count will hold here at no balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out, top of the 7th. Rangers leading at 13-8, crossing into the rosin bag. Wind is steady. Not quite as harsh as it was in the early going, but still a factor. The 0-2. Swinging a high fly ball out into center field. Rave started back. Now he comes in. The ball coming to him, and he'll make the catch to retire Martin for the final out. So no runs, no hits. The Rangers leave a couple. We've hit the 7th inning stretch with Texas on top 13-8. This is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
Baseball didn't start with bright lights and packed stadiums. It started on dusty fields with worn gloves and players chasing something bigger than the game.
This is your progressive progress in sports.
Over time, the game evolved. Stronger athletes, smarter strategy, new voices, new legends. Progress isn't instant. It's inning by inning and pitch by pitch. Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. The Rangers' first divisional showdown comes to the ballpark Monday, April 6th, and it's a good one. Cal Raleigh and the defending AL West champion Seattle Mariners square off against your Rangers for 3 games. The series also lets you snag the season's first wearable, the second bobblehead, and dollar hot dogs. Be here when the battle for the West begins. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
Bottom half of the 7th inning, middle third due here for Kansas City as Leandro Lopez will pitch for a 2nd inning here in relief. Hey, think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Spencer Nivens is the due batter, and he'll take this offering from Lopez for strike 1. Nivens, Drury, and Colassingham, we believe, are the due batters. This pitch in there for a strike. Tell you what, Leandro Lopez coming in here and throwing some strikes. Working exclusively out of the stretch. He kicks and deals, and that pitch is outside. So make it a ball and 2 strikes. Willie McIver, who pinch hit in the top half of the inning for Kyle Higashioka, remains in the game to catch. So you have Lopez pitching and McIver catching the 1-2. That's just a little bit high, maybe a little bit outside. And that'll level it up here to 2 balls and 2 strikes. All right, Willie McIver challenging here. And how about that? Well, it's not 2-2. It's a strikeout. McIver is correct, as maybe 2% of the ball caught the zone.
Maybe 1 stitch.
So McIver helps to earn Lopez a strikeout there. On an ABS challenge call. First pitch to Drury, serving as the DH. That's in there for a strike. I kind of like the way Jen Powell handled that. She turned, she said what she had to say, and then when it came back as a stitch of a strike, this pitch fouled out of play on the right side, 0-2. She just had a smile on her face, looking at McIver. Drury 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, a run scored, and a run batted in. And here's a breaking pitch. What a tumbler in there for a called 3rd strike. Well, I'll tell you what, Leandro Lopez is looking really good. That is his 4th strikeout. He has fanned each of the last 3 batters. And here's Colassingham batting for the first time. Josh Rojas had gone 1 for 3. Colassingham, left-handed hitter. And this first pitch to him is outside for ball one. Our attendance here in Surprise tonight, 6,374. As Lopez, the right-handed pitcher, fires outside. And that'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. First 4 innings, much different game than what we've had since the 5th, as Colassingham swings and fouls it back, and the count at 2-1. After 4 innings, this was an 11-8 ball game. Rangers scored 2 in the top of the 5th, so the first 4.5 innings, 13-8, since no runs. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. That pitch coming down and into the left-handed batter, and the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rangers have doubled up the Royals in the hit column, 16-8. Lead by 5. The 2-2. And that one's low. He had the plate, but fired it low. So 3-2 the count. Now the Rangers yesterday put up 13 in defeating Team Brazil 13-2. And a swing and a miss here by Colassingham, and Leandro Lopez strikes out the side here in the bottom of the 7th. What a performance for him. We'll head to the 8th inning with the Rangers still on top here, 13-8. This is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
Luxor Staffing, official staffing partner of the Texas Rangers, has hundreds of open positions in warehouse distribution, manufacturing, and more. Come work with some of DFW's best employers. Great pay, excellent benefits, multiple shifts, and endless opportunities for promotion. Luxor has 10 convenient locations in DFW ready to find a perfect job for you. All Luxor offices have experienced bilingual professionals ready to help you now. Visit us online today at luxorstaffing.com and find the office closest to you. Apply today and work tomorrow for Luxor Staffing, DFW's premier staffing agency.
Come one, come all, Ranger fans, for the running of the Golden Chick Dot Race. Red, blue, or green, who will win? And they're off. Red comes out strong as green falls behind. Blue holds on to second, but red runs for home like there's Golden Chick on the dinner table. Who could blame him? Golden Chick's delicious fried chicken is marinated and hand-breaded to be tender and juicy. Red holds the lead. Blue gives it his all, but red's not slowing. It's red, it's blue, it's red by a nose.
As an official partner of the Texas Rangers, Lockheed Martin is proud to be part of the rich heritage of the Rangers and the many fans who cheer the team on at Globe Life Field. It is with that same pride we support our local communities and customers. From the frontline workers to the members of our armed forces safeguarding life and liberty, we're here to help them with their most important missions.
We are in the clubhouse, on the field, and more. Nobody covers Rangers baseball like your home of the Rangers. 105.3 The Fan.
Really nice performance. 2 innings of shutout relief by the right-hander Leandro Lopez. Of those 4 consecutive strikeouts to conclude his evening. 2 coming on the curve, 2 coming on the slider. Mason Black is in to pitch for Kansas City as the Rangers come to bat here in the 8th inning. And once again, it's time for Eric Nadel.
All right, Matt, thanks. Marcus Lee Sang is the batter. He hits a high 2-hopper out to second base. Throw to first by Becker is just in time to get Sang, who's over from the Philadelphia organization, for whom he has played the last few years, all in the minor leagues. Marcus Lee Sang, 25-year-old outfielder. So he is retired. And this was Jose Herrera's spot, but Keith Jones, the left-handed hitting outfielder, is going to take the at-bat and become the Ranger designated hitter. And the pitch is high to him for ball 1. Mason Black over from the Giants, for whom he pitched once last year and 9 times the year before. He's out of Lehigh University in Pennsylvania. Goes 6'3" and 220. He's 26 years old. The pitch is outside corner for a strike. He spent most of last year with AAA Sacramento as a starter, had a 5.81 ERA. Jones waiting from the left side, and the pitch is outside. The Rangers have 13 runs on 16 hits. With men in scoring position, they've gone 7 for 15. Jones 0 for 1 at the plate this spring. 2 balls and a strike, and that one is a little bit low. And the count at 3 balls and 1 strike. So Kansas City with Mason Black on the mound and Canyon Brown behind the plate. Their battery is Black and Brown. The pitch outside, ball 4. It's too bad Frank White isn't still on their ball club.
Center fielder, number 43, Gilberto Celestino.
Dallas Green never managed Kansas City, did he?
I don't think so. Or Vida Blue didn't pitch for them, I don't think.
No.
Here's Celestino. He's had 2 plate appearances, and he's drawn 2 walks. Right-handed batter against the righty Black. And that pitch is high and inside, chased him out of there for ball 1. Black, a former 3rd-round pick by the Giants out of Lehigh. We had a wild first inning. 11 of the 21 runs in this game were scored in the first inning. Rangers got 4. Kansas City came back with 7. As Cole Reagans and Mackenzie Gore both had their troubles in very high winds early in the game. The pitch is inside. It is 2-0. Wind continues to blow, but not as hard as it was blowing at the beginning. It's out toward right field tonight. And that pitch is outside. One other night game going. Over in Glendale, the Guardians lead the White Sox 12-2. So just about every game in the Cactus League has had at least one team in double figures today. Here's the pitch, and that is inside. That's another walk to Celestino. He's walked all 3 times tonight. The Rangers have 2 men on and 1 out. They're leading 13-8.
Right fielder, number 57, Orlando Martinez.
And this is Orlando Martinez making his way to the plate. The Rangers have drawn 8 walks now. And the pitch is outside. This is not a textbook example of how to play the game. We've got a quick trip to the mound now as Brown and Black get together out there. Rangers have struck out 10 times and walked 8 times tonight. Home runs early in the game by Berger and Langford. The pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Berger with his 2nd of the spring. Langford his 2nd of the spring. Rangers have been averaging right at 5 runs a game. They've been allowing just over 4 runs a game. 1-1, fouled back. Kansas City playing much higher scoring baseball, generally speaking. They're averaging 6.5 and allowing 5.5. The Rangers have been winning with pitching. Their ERA, the 2nd best in the Cactus League coming into the day, trailing only the White Sox. 1-2, and there's a fly ball to left. This is playable for Nivens toward the corner, and he hauls it in. That's the 2nd out of the inning. And that will bring up Cam Cauley, who has singled and walked. 9 for 25 now for the spring is Cauley. He's also got a stolen base tonight and a run scored. And a ball apparently has come loose from the berm, retrieved in center field by Rave and flipped back up onto the hill. Not many folks still on the berm, and the crowd in the seats has thinned out a bit as well. The attendance announced is 6,374. Here's the pitch outside, and this is the annual charity game that benefits the Sundancers, the volunteer organization that generates such goodwill in the Surprise area. 1-0. And that is low. 2 balls and no strikes. The Surprise Sundancers. So Cauley with count leverage now at 2-0. There are 2 on, there are 2 outs. We're in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball deep short. Backhanded by Vasquez. Submarine throw to second in time for the out. And the Rangers have now failed to score in 3 consecutive innings. But in the bottom of the 8th, it's Texas on top of Kansas City, 13-8 on the Rangers Radio Network.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Our new Big Ranch wrap is just $3 with a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or for $4, go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with a Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese for just $5. Add fries and a drink for just $2.49. Now that's a big deal. The What a Deal, now at What a Burger. For a limited time at participating locations. Download the app.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Leandro Lopez back on the mound. He's worked 2 scoreless innings, allowing just a single and striking out 5, living up to his reputation as the Rangers' number 9 prospect, according to Baseball America. He's 23 years of age from the Dominican, out for his 3rd inning of work. And the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. The batter is Tyler Gentry, a right-handed hitter in what was Drew Waters' spot. Pitch to Gentry is swung on and missed. 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Since Kansas City took a 7-4 lead in the first inning, the Rangers have outscored them by quite a margin. There's a swing and a foul off to the right, 9-1 to be exact. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count now on Gentry. Right-hander works always from the stretch, although he is a starting pitcher. And the pitch, strike 3 call. Or is it? Wow. That's unbelievable. The Rangers are challenging this now, as the batter was headed for the dugout. He knew he had just struck out. The pitch was called a ball, and now that's overturned. And I think Jen Powell is now on the negative side of the challenges tonight. I think it's about 5 out of 9 the wrong way, or 6 out of 10.
Something like that. Although that pitch was, while it was over the plate, half of the ball was in the zone, half was out as it was right along the top rail.
It's the 6th strikeout for Lopez in 2 1/3. And here is a pitch outside to Blake Mitchell. Right-handed batter. This was Kevin Newman's spot. He was 1 for 3 with a single.
Or is this Justin Johnson? I believe it's Justin Johnson.
Okay, they've got 2 number 76s.
Okay.
How many do you need?
At least 2.
And that pitch is outside to Justin Johnson, not Blake Mitchell. They do have the names on the back, but they're really hard to read. The white lettering on the powder blue uniform is very hard to read. Pitch is in there for a strike. It is 3-1, even from our close vantage point to home plate.
Tell you what, though, if any Kansas City front office folks are listening, we appreciate the number on the front of the jersey.
Yeah.
Big time.
Very much so. And that pitch is over the head of Johnson or Mitchell. And I think it grazed off him, grazed off the helmet, and he will go to first base. So 1 out and 1 on. 13-8. The Rangers are on top. And now we've got Number 91, Jack Pineda, batting in what was Vasquez's spot.
And he's been in it short.
That pitch is a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Rangers hold the runner at first with a 5-run lead in the 8th. Here's a swing and a ground ball through a base hit into right field past Prado. Around to third base goes Johnson. The throw is cut off. Runners at first and third and one out. Royals down by 5, making some noise here in the bottom of the 8th against Lopez. There is action in the Ranger bullpen, and John Rave will be the batter. Rave flied out to center his first time up. On the mound tonight, the Rangers have used Mackenzie Gore. He went an inning and 2/3, gave up 7 runs. Aiden Anderson, he went an inning, gave up 1 run. And then it's been shutout work for Stasio, a third of an inning, Otania's an inning, Brazier an inning, and Lopez 2 1/3. But Lopez in danger of getting scored upon now. Pitch to Rave is a strike over the inside corner to the left-handed batter.
The right-hander Peyton Gray, who has had a very good spring, is warming up right now for Texas.
The set, the pitch, that's way inside, and that almost got a piece of Rave, as all of a sudden Lopez control is deserting. Gray has pitched 5 times, hasn't given up a run in 4 innings of work. He's only allowed 1 hit. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Infield looking for 2. And that pitch is inside, and the count is 2-1. Gray has struck out 7, walked nobody. And Rangers hoping he'll close out this ball game. They'd like Lopez to get him through this inning, and that pitch is way inside, and Lopez all of a sudden is extremely wild. I mean, he's missing by a lot. And the count is 3-1.
And he filled up the strike zone in the 6th and 7th, but he's lost it a bit here with a few batters in the 8th.
The catcher Brown is on deck. Johnson down the line from third, Pineda away from first. Here's the pitch, a check swing foul ball, and that was going to be ball 4. But Rave couldn't get the bat out of the way, so instead of a walk, the count has gone full. Lopez working in long sleeves, comes set at the belt and delivers. And there's a swing and a ground ball through the right side, a base hit off the glove of the diving Velasquez. A run is home. Around to third goes Pineda. Into second with a double is Rave. And the Ranger lead is cut to 13-9 on a ground ball double off the bat of John Rave.
And Velasquez diving for it. I mean, a heck of an effort there to try to keep that from going into the outfield. But it altered the course of the baseball. It would have made it out to Martinez, and probably Rave would have been held to a single. But that deflection by Velasquez sent the ball toward the right field line, allowing an extra base for Rave and the other runners.
And that's going to be it for Lopez. Here comes Skip. 2 1/3 innings for Lopez tonight. He winds up giving up a couple of hits. He did strike out half a dozen. And he's been charged with a run, leaves with property at second and third. The catcher Brown is the batter. And Gray will be the pitcher. So Gray is joining Brown and Black in this game. And we've got a pitching change. Let's pause for this on the Rangers Radio Network.
Life's a team sport. You need a team your family can count on. Medical City Healthcare, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers and one of North Texas's largest healthcare providers, offers comprehensive, compassionate care, advanced technology, and personalized treatment for your entire family. Trusted care when you need it most. Medical City Healthcare, a team you can count on.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. The first homestand of the 2026 season starts with a weekend series against the Cincinnati Reds April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Tickets at Rangers.com.
It's Gray against Brown as Peyton Gray pitches to Canyon Brown here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Runners at second and third and one out. Gray at Round Rock last year, primarily reliever in 38 games, a 384 earned run average. Held opposing batters to a 128 average. And the pitch is a strike. It is 0-1. I don't think that's correct. Now that I look at the hits compared to innings, that's not a 128 batting average. 0-1. There's a swing and a miss. It is 0-2. I don't know what the batting average is, but it's nothing remotely close to 128 if he was giving up more than a hit per inning. Nobody said there was going to be math, but every now and then something catches your eye. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 3 pitches from Peyton Gray and a strikeout, and a big one with runners at second and third in a 13-9 game. And here comes Becker. He struck out his first time. Gray originally signed as a non-drafted free agent at a Florida Gulf Coast university by the Colorado Rockies. He was owned by the Royals for a couple of years, by Cincinnati, and signed with the Rangers as a minor league free agent prior to last year. And the pitch is a strike over the outside corner to Becker. 10 hits now for Kansas City, so both teams are in double figures in hits. The Rangers with 16, the Royals with 10. And there hasn't been an error tonight. The pitch is swung on and missed. 0-2. Plenty of hits, plenty of base runners. But the defenses have been flawless. Niven's on deck if the inning continues. Becker bats out of a deep crouch from the right side. And the pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peyton Gray works in long sleeves. From the set, hand in the tan glove. Number 75 delivers, and he just missed high and inside. And the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 men on. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Struck him out looking on the outside corner. So what a job by Peyton Gray. He's now worked 5 2/3 scoreless innings this spring, allowing just 1 hit. And he puts out a big fire there as Kansas City settles for 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2. And at the end of 8 innings, it's the Rangers 13 and the Royals 9 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Ever wondered what it takes to move all the gear to support 75 players, a dozen trainers, and a Palomino to surprise Arizona? PGL, Rangers captain, and all your Texas Rangers know that it's a big job. And PGL is proud to be the official team logistics partner.
Visit shippgl.com/Rangers or call 833-SHIP-PGL to talk with one of our experts to take care of your business. From Surprise to Singapore and everywhere in between, we'll get you in the game.
Life's a team sport. You need a team your family can count on. Medical City Healthcare, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers, and one of North Texas's largest healthcare providers, offers comprehensive, compassionate care, advanced technology, and personalized treatment for your entire family. Trusted care when you need it most. Medical City Healthcare, a team you can count on.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
Eric Nadel with Matt Hicks back at Surprise Stadium. The Rangers lead 13-9 as we move to the ninth inning, and Caden Monk, M-O-N-K-E, a left-hander, is on the mound for Kansas City. Nick Prado was due up, but we've got a pinch hitter, and there's a swing and a drive up the alley in right center field. That is well hit, and that is off the wall. Strolling into second base with a double is Tucker Mitchell with an opposite field double on his first Cactus League pitch. How about that? Congratulations to Mitchell, who's now a 1,000 hitter in the Cactus League. That'll bring up Willie McIver. McIver drew a walk his first time up. McIver, right-handed batter, to be followed by lefty or switch hitter Velasquez. Here's the pitch, and that is inside for a ball. 17 hits in the ball game for the Rangers. Rangers with a team batting average of .264 coming in. And that pitch is high and outside. Rangers, of course, averaged just 4.2 runs a game last year in the regular season, but averaging over 5 here in the Cactus League. The pitch is a breaking ball that just missed. 3 balls and no strikes on McIver, who already has 5 walks this spring. He only has 8 official at-bats, but 5 walks. Six walks, including one tonight. And now make it 7 as that pitch misses. And the Rangers, leading by 4, are looking to increase that margin with 2 on and nobody out. And Velasquez, the batter. Velasquez coming on for Josh Smith, who has struck out in both plate appearances. He's 2 for 19 this spring. See if he lays one down here. I doubt it in this kind of game. The pitch is a strike. It is 0-1. It was 69 degrees when we started tonight with 19-mile-an-hour winds up to 30. It's 61 degrees now. And the pitch, a swing and a high chopper right side of the infield. This is trouble. Nobody's covering first base, and that's going to be an infield hit for Velasquez. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Let's pause for station identification on the Rangers Radio Network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
Bases loaded, nobody out. The wind, by the way, is diminished down to 13 miles per hour right now, still blowing out toward right. And the Rangers threatening to blow the game back open. The pitch is swung on and missed. It is 0-1. Mitchell is at third base, McIver at second base, Velasquez at first base. And Richie Martin Jr., the batter, 0 for 1, a fly ball to center. And Martin calls time at the plate.
Boy, that was a true Baltimore chop. No chance for either man on the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Colasingham, actually leapt over Becker to field that, but he had no play at first.
And the pitcher was late getting over there, and Velasquez can really move. There's a swing and a miss by Martin on a breaking ball. And the count is 0-2. And there's nobody warming in the bullpen. So it appears that Peyton Gray will get a chance to close this out. And I believe it's a save situation. I think the on-deck batter was the tying run when he came in. And that pitch is in the dirt, in which case it would be a save opportunity for Peyton Gray.
That is correct.
There were 2 men on base, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In a 4-run
ball game.
Yep. A ball and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch to Martin. Swing and a miss. There's one down here in the ninth. And Marcus Lee Sang is coming up. Speaking of saves, the Rangers have had 3 this spring. Dane Acker with 1. Eric Loomis with 1. And who else had 1? Formey has 1, I believe. Yeah. That pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Not exactly the guys who are going to be preserving ninth inning leads in Arlington this year. Sang's a left-handed batter against this left-handed pitcher. Monk to the plate. A swing and a high fly ball. Medium deep left field. Coming over from center to make the catch is Rave. The runner tags at third and scores without a throw. And the Rangers now lead 14-9. As Sang hit that one just far enough to make it a sacrifice fly and bring in the run. Mitchell crosses the plate. And that will bring up Keith Jones, the second. 14 runs, by the way, the most the Rangers have scored in a game this spring. They scored 13 yesterday against Brazil in a game that didn't count in the Cactus League standings. In the Cactus League, their biggest run production had been 11 in an 11-4 win over Cleveland. Jones, the lefty, takes a breaking ball inside for ball 1. 14 runs on 18 hits for the Rangers, 9 runs on 10 hits for the Kansas Cities. The pitch to Jones. Strike call on the outside corner. Good looking slider there. Jones out of Brentwood, California, 9th round pick in 2024. Was actually born in Oakland. 1-1 pitch, and that's low and outside, 2-1. He's out of New Mexico State University, drafted in 2024. Last year at Frisco, hit .244 with 3 homers in 52 games. Hit .270 at Hub City with 10 homers in 68 games. And he swings and misses on a breaking ball. The count is 2-2. Mitchell doubled to start the inning. McIver walked. Velasquez loaded him up with an infield single, but Martin struck out. Sang a sacrifice fly, and now Jones the batter with runners at first and second and 2 outs. The Rangers, I believe, are 8 for 17 with men in scoring position. Here's the pitch. It is outside for a ball. And Kansas City, I believe, 5 for 9. We're probably reasonably close on that. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch. Ball 4. He missed outside. Well, the walks keep piling up for the Ranger hitters. That is walk number 10 to go along with 11 strikeouts. And here's Celestino, who has 3 of the walks. All 3 plate appearances have ended in base on balls. Haggerty also had a walk, so the Ranger leadoff spot today has produced 4 walks and a single in 6 plate appearances. Here's a pitch, swung on and missed. 0-1 to the right-handed hitting Celestino.
I could see my ink level when this game started. It's disappeared below the little horizon, the little lip there.
There's a pitch inside. 1-1. You seem to be staring at the Mendoza line over there.
There's some level of concern that this pen will not finish the game.
You're going to need another pen to get the save. Here's the 1-1, and there's a breaking ball low through the back door. 2 balls and a strike. So we've seen plenty of ABS challenges today with Jen Powell behind the plate, but we've also seen about 1 million pitches. 2-1, and a check swing. It gets away from the catcher, and going back to second base is McIver. McIver goes back to third, pardon me. Velasquez goes back to second. as Jones just barely got out of the way of that pitch.
That sounded odd.
Celestino did.
It sounded like it hit Celestino, but apparently not.
It was off the mitt.
Yeah, of Brown.
Yeah, really clanked off that mitt, but didn't go far enough as far as McIver was concerned. Three and one, and there's no place to put him. Celestino takes ball 4. He's walked all 4 times.
That's got to be some sort of Cactus League record, right?
4 plate appearances, 4 walks.
4 walks.
So another run is home. It's 15-9, as far as we can tell. And we've got a mound visit with Orlando Martinez coming up next for the Rangers. So Celestino, coming into the game today, had played but hadn't batted. And now he's batted 4 times but hasn't put a ball in play yet. 4 walks, he has scored 1 run, and now he's driven in a run. It's 15-9. And Martinez, the batter, he's 0 for 3 since coming on for Langford. Langford had a single to drive in a run, a 2-run homer, and a walk. Scored all 3 times. Big day for Wyatt in the 4 innings he played. And the pitch is way outside for ball 1. And again, this is still going to be a save opportunity for Peyton Gray if he actually comes out in the 9th and finishes the ball game because of when he came on to pitch. The lefty ready, and the pitch is fouled off to the left. The Royals are being forced to get somebody up in their bullpen just in case Monk is unable to finish this inning. Caden Monk, M-O-N-K-E. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch right down the middle for a strike. And the count is 1-2.
I believe we're at 360 pitches for the night.
Oh, my goodness. That pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We have passed the 3-hour mark now, which is a rarity in spring training, but not today in the Cactus League. Not rare at all on this date. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. The pitch is swung on, popped foul out of play. Not a whole lot of folks still here. The odds of getting a foul ball are pretty good. A 27-6 game today. How long was that one? That was 3:19. There's a swing and a miss. The ball gets away. The catcher just steps on home plate to complete the strikeout. And that ends the inning. But the Rangers able to add on a couple. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Texas 15, Kansas City 9 on the Rangers Radio Network.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the 9th and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Hall of Fame linebacker Mike Singletary is always cool under pressure.
Not always. Last summer, our AC went out and our house was hot. One of my cool friends recommended Baker Brothers at callbakernow.com. They came out, diagnosed the problem, and told us what they needed to do to fix it. They were professionals and did exactly what they said they were going to do. Wow.
If you need your AC repaired or replaced, go to callbakernow.com. Great service.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious 3rd row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Gray back out for the bottom of the ninth with a 15-9 lead. Franier Chavez now playing first base for the Rangers after Mitchell, a catcher, hit for Prado, a first baseman. Here's Nivens, a left-handed batter, to lead off against Gray. And there's a swing and a miss on a high fastball. It is 0-1. Well, this game threatened to go completely off the rails in the first inning. Somehow it stayed somewhat on the rails. The pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Not exactly textbook baseball around the Cactus League today, but everybody's surviving. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2.
This guy's got some kind of changeup. Wow.
Pitch moves a lot. You know, the phrase straight change doesn't really apply to it. That pitch is swung on and missed. There it is again. Wow, what a pitch. And there's one down here. And that is strikeout number 7. Or number 3 for Gray.
Yeah, and all 3 have come on the change.
All right, 7 in the last 3 innings. And this was Drury's spot, but Blake Mitchell, a catcher, is going to bat here. And the pitch is a strike over the outside corner. It is 0-1. Well, Peyton Gray definitely opening some eyes here. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
A swing and a miss on a fastball at 91 there that was elevated.
And this is the guy who pitched an independent ball in 2022 and 2023 for the Milwaukee Milkmen, right?
I think that's right.
Pitch is high and outside. He has pitched in the Winter League in Mexico last couple of years. Was originally in the Rockies organization, was released, had a shoulder injury there. The pitch is a little bit high on a fastball at 92. Gray set, delivers, and it's fouled off to the left. Gray is 30 years of age. He's from Columbus, Indiana. Started his college career at Western Michigan in Kalamazoo. Spent a year there, went to Gulf Coast State College for a year, and then 2 years at Florida Gulf Coast University. A 2-2 pitch. Swung on and a high fly ball hit to left center field. This is playable. Roaming over from center field and now going back towards center. And the catch is made. That was Celestino. And we're down to the final out.
Yeah, with the wind picking up here in just the last couple of minutes, Celestino had to account for that. He came a little too far toward left center, had to stop and go back toward the track in the opposite direction to make that catch.
Kulasingam with a shot to be the final batter of the ball game. 15-9, Texas on top. And the pitch is cracked foul on the left side. The Rangers on the mound have gone with Gore, Aiden Anderson, Stasio, Otanez, Brazier, Lopez, and now Gray, who's retired all 4 men that he faced. The 0-1 pitch. And a ground ball hit right at the third baseman. Richie Martin Jr. across to first, and the ball game's over. The Rangers have won their 4th in a row. They beat the Royals 15-9. Back with the happy totals after this on the Rangers Radio Network.
The Rangers are giving away 16 different bobbleheads in 2026. And on Saturday, April 4th, you can score the first one. The Dot Race Results bobblehead presented by Golden Chick. Just be one of the first 10,000 fans for the Rangers-Reds game. Tickets at Rangers.com.
Energy Transfer is excited to support the Texas Rangers. As one of the country's largest energy companies, we proudly move oil and gas products through our 120,000 miles of underground pipelines to power our communities and make our lives possible.
With X the Cash scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery, you could multiply the cash by 30, 50, 100, or even 200 times. And when you multiply the cash, you multiply the celebration. With top prizes from $60,000 up to $1 million, it's the easiest way to multiply your luck or enter for a chance to win VIP experiences. Play X the Cash scratch tickets today. Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
Texas knows tradition, and this March a new one hits the streets. You've seen touchdowns and home runs, but nothing like IndyCar speed ripping through Arlington, Texas. Fearless drivers, crowds loud enough to match 700 horsepower. It's an action-packed weekend filled with concerts, entertainment, and racing. Kids 12 and under get in free, so bring the whole crew. The first ever Java House Grand Prix of Arlington is coming. This isn't our first rodeo, just our fastest. Get your tickets at gparlington.com.
Here are the totals. The Rangers, 15 runs, 19 hits, no errors, and 14 left on base. Kansas City, 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 6 left. Stasio, the winning pitcher. Schreiber, the losing pitcher. Gray with a save. It took 3 hours and 10 minutes before a crowd of 6,374. Rangers win their 4th in a row. They improved to 8-5 on the spring. The Royals fall below 500 at 5-6-1. The series for the Bell Road Trophy is now even at 1 game apiece. The teams will play again here on March the 20th, and then we'll play in Arlington on Monday night, March 23rd, and Tuesday afternoon, March 24th. So get your first look at the Rangers before they head out on the road to start the season with those 2 exhibition games against the Royals. Home runs early in the game by Jake Berger and Wyatt Langford. Outstanding pitching later on in the game by the likes of Otañez and Brazier and Lopez and Gray, but not a great night for the starters, Mackenzie Gore or Cole Reagans.
Yeah, and Mackenzie Gore, I think when you take a look at the line here tonight, obviously there's some reason for concern, although it is a spring training game, so not a high level of concern. But if you want to look at something specific, in the first inning, his fastball was hittable. I believe 4 of the hits that the Royals got came on the fastball, 2 came on first pitch fastballs. And then in the 3rd inning, when it looked like he had gotten back on track of sorts, he lost the strike zone and he issued a couple of walks, and that led to a run there. So some things obviously for Gore to work on.
Yeah, and again, the first 2 half innings, one for each club, were so long that might have had something to do with throwing off the starting pitchers who were lucky to find the mound.
And they were pitching in 30-mile-an-hour winds at times.
Yeah,
too.
This is true. So a very unusual day in the Cactus League with ridiculous scores all around. Cincinnati beat the Dodgers 14-13. The A's beat the Angels 16-11. San Diego clobbered Seattle 27-6. Milwaukee scored 10 runs in their game. Just a host of runs being scored all over Arizona in high winds here today. Tomorrow afternoon, the Rangers will take on the Seattle Mariners here. It'll be a 1 o'clock start. We will not have a broadcast of that one. Jack Leiter will be on the mound. We will be back on the air at 2 o'clock Texas time on Saturday from Scottsdale as the Rangers take on the San Francisco Giants. And then again, we'll be on the air Sunday at 3 o'clock as the Rangers host the Los Angeles Angels. But for tonight, that's it from here in Surprise. For our engineer, Matt Prelip, for Adam C. and Dylan Moore back in Master Control, for Matt Hicks and for Jared Sandler. Our engineer here, Matt Prelip. I'm Eric Nadel. Thanks for joining us. Final again, the Rangers 15 and the Royals 9 until Saturday. So long, everybody. Here's the payoff pitch. He struck him out swinging. Got him on a splitter. Eovaldi strikes out 3 in the inning. He has 7 punch-outs on the night.
And that ball hit high and deep into left field. Dominguez goes back, watches with the rest of us as Josh Young has just walked off the New York Yankees.
Swung on, lofted in the air, left center field. Langford on the run, lunges and makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a play by Wyatt.